Yeah, I'm live. I just want to say, I appreciate everybody who come through, hit the like button, support the real ones. I know the ones who do. Man, look, the truth. As long as you tell the truth in boxing, you ain't gotta look over your shoulder. Ain't no narratives getting pushed. Ain't no narratives getting pushed. Yep, exactly what I said before. Man, anybody can lose any day in a 50-50 fight. It's just when you get to a 50-50 fight, what's gonna happen. Yeah, man, appreciate everybody who be coming through showing support. Cause there was a lot of haters over the last couple of months. I appreciate everybody who subscribed and show support because there've been a lot of haters the last 6, 7, 8 months. When I sat up here and said, "Man, I feel like Matias, tough toughest fight right now probably be Paro. That's the best fight you should take. You know, Paro a good fighter. Oh, he'll stop him. He'll stop him. I'm like, what? Stop him? I'm like, man, man, I don't know. I like Paro. And look what's going on now. Yeah, everybody don't want to face it. Yep. Another one just got up out of here. Cause you know you a part of the problem. Running around talking about Boogeyman. A lot of y'all part of the problem, man. It's getting exposed. A lot of y'all part of the problem. A lot of these fans part of the problem. Everybody getting exposed. I'm gonna keep telling the truth. When they put me in the ground, my channel gonna be stamped. I push big news. Yeah, I've been telling these folks, man. It's too much cap going on in America. These dudes, man, please. Anybody can start a boxing channel right now. All you gotta do is just say anything. Cause that's all everybody been saying is anything. Boogeyman, where? Who? When? Anybody can start a boxing channel now. These dudes say anything now. Anything. Anything. It's been going on. Yeah, man. All this stuff is just 50-50 fights. I told y'all. But everybody, when other guys get in 50-50 fights and go 12 rounds, oh, he's supposed to knock him out. Supposed to. Fans say boxers supposed to knock guys out now. Then when they see fights like the ones last night when guys are really in tough fights, I ain't hear no supposed to knock somebody out last night. It wasn't no knockouts like that last night. And I try to tell people that everybody saying, "Oh, this guy gonna knock this guy out." This guy, nah. Only knockout last night was what, Tank, and that was and the other young guy that's 19, all the way the first fight on the card. Wasn't no KOs like that. I told people, man, it ain't no KOs in boxing like that. Everybody think getting the KO is easy. I don't know where that narrative came from in boxing. How many KOs it was last night? Nah, getting the KO that's not easy in a real fight. Last night shows getting the KO is not easy in a real fight. Been saying that. I ain't gotta like nobody to tell the truth. See, what people want you to do on YouTube is they want you to like a certain fighter. They like, oh, feel like how I feel. Nah, man, I'm gonna tell the truth. I ain't got no feelings in this. When all these dudes in a real fight, a 50-50 fight, like I've been saying, they're gonna look just like these other boxers. That's all it is. What's up, 3V? What's going on? And they hating. I can't even see you in here. I see you now, but I couldn't even see you in here just now. They tripping. Yeah, they be hating on me too, cause they know I'm pushing the truth. Pushing the truth. So I've been saying, oh, 3V, I know you've been a recent. Shout out to the Oh yeah, I did. I seen that years ago. Yeah, I had that. I had that on my computer for years. It- yeah, I had that on my computer years ago. Yeah, I seen that 10 years ago. Thanks for the support, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all gonna find out how much I actually do know over. Just like I had said about Tank and Floyd. When I said something about Tank and Floyd a couple of weeks ago, I did a whole live. Everybody went at my neck. Oh, you hating on Floyd. You hating on Floyd. That same day I said something about Floyd, a couple of hours later, Tank Davis started going at Floyd. Talking about he stuck in Dubai. But I'm hating on Floyd. I did a whole live. Everybody said I'm a hater. I don't rock with Tank fans because I said the same thing Tank said a couple of hours before he did. But everybody, they I don't rock like that. If that's how street dudes move, I don't rock like that. I don't want to be around that. I don't want to be associated with that. I already told people about Floyd, how Floyd moved. It was funny when he was doing it to Devin Haney. Yeah. None of these dudes real, man. All these dudes square, man. Everybody capping. Oh, when he do it to Tank, it's wrong. Y'all was laughing when he did it to Devin Haney last week. When him and Ryan Garcia was sitting here participating in the circus. It was funny last week though, right? Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. No knockouts last night besides the Tank Davis fight. When you in a real fight in boxing, ain't no other channel gonna tell you this because they don't know boxing for real. When you in a real boxing fight, it's not gonna be knockdowns. It wasn't no KOs last night, except for the Tank Davis fight. A KO in a 50-50 fight is very hard. I keep saying that. People think boxing just easy. In a real 50-50 fight, and then I like how Tank Davis just squeezed out there. Oh yeah, you know, Isaac Cruz, my toughest fight. Okay. Who been telling y'all that? Appreciate that alley oop, Tank. See, Tank been agreeing with everything I'm saying, so and it's not like I'm attacking him. I'm just being fair down the line. If I was on here just doing the fan thing like everybody else do, I wouldn't be different. But he's saying the same stuff I'm saying. Eastside Cruz toughest fight. Yep, that's what I said. So that sounds like a rematch. Mark that down. Boom. But yeah, I had to go with Tank Davis for the knockout last night because for the reasons I seen. Yeah, Frank Martin was just too relaxed. He wasn't fighting this fight. When you fight Tank Davis, you gotta be on the front foot. You gotta be going forward. You gotta have Tank Davis going back. If it ain't anything similar to what Eastside Cruz was doing, it ain't gonna work. It's just simple like that. You ain't gotta break it down. It ain't nothing unique. It ain't nothing special. But if you ain't gonna be on the front foot and have Tank Davis going back, it ain't gonna work. So that's how that goes. And you gotta have punches and bunches. You gotta do basically what Leon Paro did to Matias last night. And I don't think Frank Martin was I don't me personally, I just don't feel like he believed in what he brought to the table enough to actually do that. He boxed excellent last night, but you can't have a guy like Tank. You can't have Tank full of stamina at the end of the fight. In the 8th round, he relaxed and his stamina is high. And you think he ain't finna get you out of there? Nah. Nah. It's too many people in the room for them not to tell Tank Frank Martin, hey, you can't go in the 8th round with Tank stamina at 80%, 75%, you're gonna get knocked out. I mean, that's just basic science in boxing, period. You can't have a guy that's just like you in the 12th round with Wilder, you at 50% and he at 99%. Come on, you gonna get knocked out. So I don't understand that. So he should have had Tank Davis working a lot more. He should have been working. Then he was in the corners. Tank Davis likes being around the corners, the ropes. He's comfortable like that. If you look at the sparring with Devin Haney, some of his best shots he like to take is in the corner and by the ropes. So for him to be in that position, I was like, nah. I kind of seen it coming, but I think Frank Martin is a very good fighter though. I don't take nothing away from Frank Martin. I think Frank Martin a dog. Like I said, he still can beat a lot of guys in the sport. He has beat a lot of guys already, so it is what it is. I mean, Tank Davis a hard fight. I mean, but people will never understand how I feel about Tank. So a lot of these guys, they just showed up, you know what I'm saying, a couple of years ago on the Tank bandwagon. But if you've been watching Tank 10 years, you know what I'm saying, you basically knew this was coming, you know what I'm saying, as far as the whole situation. If you've been watching Tank 10 years. Now, if you've been watching him since, here and there and everywhere else, well, you gonna say you was highly impressed. I don't blame you, you know what I'm saying? It was highly impressive. But at the same time, I'ma just throw this twist in there. Like I said last night, Tank Davis should have been the one beating Matias last night, not Liam Paro. That's how I look at boxing sometimes. But I'm a different kind of guy. I'm a different kind of guy. I got different expectations for Tank Davis. I was expecting Tank Davis to be a guy that'll go beat a Matias right now. I thought he'll be the guy that'll beat Matias last night, not Liam Paro. Well, actually, I knew Liam Paro would win, but I didn't think. I thought Tank Davis would be a guy who would go in there and do that. That's the expectations I have for Tank. You know what I'm saying? But you know, everybody like different fights and stuff, and I know that. But at this time right now, people expecting big fights from him, so I can't really complain. He got a game plan, so he know what's going on. He did a good job in the fight last night, though. But as I'm gonna say again, man, the thing, if you don't take anything else from this, in real 50-50 fights, no, you're not gonna get knockdowns like that. Like it wasn't many knockdowns last night. That don't happen on real fights. That's why I said a lot of people been sneaking past, fighting guys who ain't at that level. That's why I'm saying fans starting to realize, oh, I don't judge fighters the same. No, you don't, because you giving guys extra credit for beating somebody extra regular, but then guys is fighting guys on pound for pound, and it's like he ain't getting no credit. So I don't understand. Then dudes on pound for pound is getting dropped. It's not easy. I don't know if people know it, but it's not easy to drop a guy who's on pound for pound. Uh, I'll give an example. When Daniel Dubois was going against Usyk recently, everybody's like, oh, but look how much of a beast Daniel Dubois has been since then. Like people don't factor in everything. They don't factor in everything in boxing. They just look at the knockdowns, this. I know the guy name. Okay, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? But if I gotta keep it 1,000, I gotta keep it 1,000. I can't sit up here. I'm not finna let boxing been going on for generations and generations. Dudes are still talking about boxing like they were 30 years ago. Like I'm trying to do something different. I'm gonna leave a mark. Most of these fans, most of the guys that Tank fighting, this no disrespect. I think Tank Davis is an amazing fighter, a beast, face of boxing. He's doing exactly what Canelo is doing. I protect Tank Davis more than anybody on YouTube because I stuck him on pound for pound. Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, I stuck Tank Davis on pound for pound. And I was a little teeny tiny small channel. I say about that same week, I saw everybody else say, yeah, Tank pound for pound. I said, whoa. I've been watching boxing on YouTube for years. I ain't never heard people saying that. So yeah, I was one of the first ones that did that. But I think a lot of people did that because of the Barrios fight. But after he beat Barrios, they didn't realize how good Barrios was until he beat Ugas. But you got to realize Barrios also had lost to Thurman before he beat Ugas. So they didn't give Barrios his credit till he beat Ugas. So he had to beat Ugas for them to actually give Barrios credit. But Barrios been a dog. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how that goes. But yeah, I absolutely seen that tape between Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather, the Devin Haney and Tank Davis tape. I mean, I've been seeing that, man. If y'all don't realize it, man, like Devin Haney will fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? He probably made no money off that fight. And well, somebody got paid, you know, so I'm just saying allegedly, but he put in work in that fight. He was a beast. Like people don't realize that like 12 years ago, 14 years, I don't watch like boxers who like 16, 17 on a regular. But when I seen Tank and Devin Haney fighting, I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? These guys some dogs. I was like, who are these guys? You know what I'm saying? I knew who Devin Haney was already. I didn't know who Tank was. I think I seen Tank fight Shakur first. Then I seen, but I don't know what happened first, but I think I seen Tank and Shakur fighting first. But then I seen Tank and Devin fighting. I'm like, this skinny Devin guy, he's a dog. Like, he just fights anybody. And I didn't know who Tank was around that time. But yeah, Tank always been a dog. Always. Tank remind me of my homeboy Tyreek. Tyreek used to be that size. He was a light-skinned dude. Just like Tank. He was a dog. Extra strong at a small weight. I used to be like, man, this dude's tiny, he's strong. So yeah, I know guys like Tank. Tank a dog, man. But the thing about Tank that I like, he show up in them lights, man. For real. Like it don't matter what's going on. And one thing people don't realize that I drop a fact that nobody gives y'all about Tank Davis. I said it already, but I'll say it again. Tank Davis, he don't really go at guys who's older than him. You know what I'm saying? He's really like over the years. I know he probably took shots at Floyd, but over the years he kept it cordial with Floyd. Like he ain't really like when Floyd was giving him advice in the ring, he ain't really said, no, shut up. No, you know what I'm saying? He ain't never did all that. He's always been like, what? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he's always kind of controlled and managed things better behind the scenes than what people realize. Like he do a good job as that. You know, I be doing stuff like that. I gotta manage certain things like that. But he do a good job with managing. But it's just too old now. You know what I'm saying? He about to be 30. He like, you know, I can't have somebody like Floyd trying to little boy me. But at the same time, I gotta keep it 1,000 though. You just getting the same thing that Devin getting. So I can't really like all the way. I know how like I know how Tank probably like, you know, Tank don't let these younger guys, and I'm the same way. I don't let these younger guys try to step on me. Well, not because of their age, but if you just inexperienced, you know, so Tank like these dudes inexperienced, they trying to tell me like they me or something. So he don't be letting these younger guys try to little boy him. So that's most of the time when he be going at these dudes. I understand that now, so I'm kind of like, oh, okay. But the older guys, he don't really go at like that. You seen like last night, Charlo came down the mall. I'm like, okay. I like to see Charlo showing up supporting Tank last night. That what's up. Yeah, respect Charlo doing that last night, man. But yeah, Tank always, you know, he always support the older guys. Bronner, all these guys. Yeah, Tank a dog, man. He always did that. But he gotta understand though. Devin Haney tried to step out the spotlight a little faster. You know, Tank trying to do it now as far as from Floyd, and he see what's going on, but oh yeah, it was good, man. It was good. I think I had picked Paro to be Matias by decision. So I had got that right, and I had I thought Tank was gonna knock out Frank Martin. I just didn't feel like Frank Martin was gonna come out there on the front foot. You know what I'm saying? When Frank Martin was like, "Yeah, run into something if you want to," I'm like, sound like you're gonna be on the back foot, so it's gonna be a no for me. You know what I'm saying? So, but I like Frank Martin. Frank Martin's still a dog. He's still a dog. He doesn't have as much experience, so. But I ain't gonna use no excuses. He a dog though. He a dog. But if that would have been Shakur last night, I don't know. It would have been boring, but guess what? So the boring guy probably would have won. But yeah, I like Tank though. Tank a dog. Tank show up under them lights. Tank show up under them lights. It's hard to do like people don't understand that. You know, I give credit when credit's due. It's hard to show up and get them knockouts under them lights, man. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to tell people, not because of the knockout percentage, like this guy got 100%, you know, like Bitterville or Tank and all these guys will get knockouts. It's hard to get them knockouts under the lights. And against a guy who's really in a 50-50 fight. You know, it was only one knockout last night, basically. And Valario, who got the knockdown. Yeah, Shakur would have went to work last night. No cap. Shakur would have went to work last night. And I'm equally a fan of all them guys the same. More so Devin Haney, just because I knew back in the day that, you know, I don't know why he just wants to smoke. Not saying the other guys don't, but if you look at Devin Haney's resume by now, you'll understand why. You know, he trying to fight everybody. But shoot, he already fought Tank. That's why I've been telling these guys, hey Chase, I've been telling these guys over the last couple of months, like they like Devin Haney ducking Tank. He fought him on video for free, bro. What are y'all talking about? He fought him for free already. What are we talking? How was Devin Haney ducking Tank and he fought him already for free 10 years ago? What's I don't understand that. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard people saying boxing. Devin Haney took Shakur ducking Tank. He fought him already for free. It's on video. What are we talking about? But these guys just start watching Tank and Shakur and all that. They be exposing themselves when they say all that. So, you know, that's what's really going on. So yeah, people think I don't be listening. I just talk a lot. No, I only talk because I'm on the internet. I'm on a podcast right now. But in real life, I listen to everybody else more than I talk. And I hear people say, "Oh, Devin ducking Tank." Okay, I just seen Devin just fight Tank for 20 minutes for free. And you gonna tell me he ducking him? Okay. Okay. You know more. You know more than me. Facts. You right. Cause I'm starting to find out facts mean lies now. These dudes be saying facts, but facts actually mean cap, super cap. I heard, and you know what else? Two Chase, I'm gonna drop a gem on you real quick. When people say Shakur Stevens is boring, right? That actually means they never said he was gonna lose when they say that he's boring. Boring don't mean you're gonna lose. They don't say trash. They say boring though. So what does boring mean? Boring mean what? The dude don't wanna he can't get past the jab? Like dudes can't even get past jabs, man. And yeah, last night too, I said this last night, Friday. Man, if y'all would have listened to me Friday, you would have got a bag, bro. Cause look, I'll do my predictions, but when Friday comes, sometimes I'll do a live and I'll change everything. Like when Friday came last time, I was like, hey, y'all might want to look at Fundora against Tim Zoo. And Friday, I was talking about Liam Paro. I was on here begging everybody, please get a bag. I was like, oh man, what about Liam Paro? How y'all feel about Liam Paro? Oh, he getting stopped. I'm like, huh? I said, bro, what y'all feel about Liam Paro? I asked everybody for an hour. Ain't nobody say nothing. I said, okay. If you would have picked Liam Paro for decision last night, you would have been eating. And these are facts. For real, for real. I'm gonna tell y'all something else too. I walked around 4 hours yesterday trying to figure out if Pulio was gonna be Gary Russell, even after I picked the prediction. 4 hours. I was like, man, this Pulio dude, he don't put himself in a bad position when he fighting. So that's what really got me about Pulio when I was saying, I was like, yeah, Gary Russell will beat him, but then I'm like, man, Pulio don't do nothing bad. He don't really get himself in a bad. If you look last night, he wasn't in no bad positions. Gary Russell couldn't do nothing because he wasn't opening up. He was throwing that. Well, I think it was southpaw. He was throwing that overhand left. So yeah, he was going to work. Yeah, it's hard to get knockdowns in 50-50 fights. People gonna realize that this year. People gonna realize that as the year goes on, they gonna realize, man, it ain't that many knockouts. Nah, it ain't that type of party, but nah. In Usyk fight, in the Tim Tszyu fight against Pandora, most all the fights last night except for Tank and the first one on PBC card. The UK fights, there wasn't no knockdowns. It's hard to get knocked down in a fight, man. It was like 30, 40 fights on yesterday. Most of them wasn't knockdowns. Yeah, Tank a dog, but at the same time, and this is unbiased. If you really know boxing, then you'll understand this because I heard everybody else say this. And this is, I'm gonna tell you something else too. People better stop saying this, or I'm gonna start killing this narrative too. Quit telling me about knockdowns all the time. And when I say talk about other fighters who get knockdowns all the time and get outboxed, y'all tell me how much they get outboxed for 12 rounds or for 8 rounds before they get knocked out. Tank be getting he be getting outboxed a lot throughout the fight. Y'all say he looking for a knockout, but I've been hearing, especially when we was watching Wilder, y'all talking about, oh, Wilder just get knockouts. Man, hey, y'all better stop all that, bro, about that knockout stuff. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear dudes talking about somebody the best because of knockouts. I ain't been, hey, I don't want to hear that. I just heard that with Matias. I don't want to hear that now. That's a narrative I had to shut down, that just got shut down last night. Now people realize, man, please. Man, please. And I told people that. I said, man, Devin Haney be really putting in work. Man, he would have, man, if Devin Haney would have fought Frank Martin or Liam Paro last night, everybody would have had a problem with it. That like let's really get to where the narrative's coming from. If Devin Haney would have fought Liam Paro or Frank Martin last night, everybody would have had a problem with it. A lot of these people don't even know the guys that Tank Davis fighting until Tank Davis fight him. Before Tank Davis fought Frank Martin, they didn't know who Frank Martin was. And no disrespect to Frank Martin. This ain't disrespecting. They know who he is now because Frank Martin a dog. But they ain't know who Frank Martin was. Most of the people that didn't know about Ryan Garcia before that, unless they was on his Instagram like when he was. He wasn't doing pay-per-views before Tank. Not unless you in boxing for real, like every day, like most people, like who actually keep up with boxing. Who another one? Yeah, they didn't start mentioning Shakur until after the Lomachenko fight. That's why everybody was acting like, oh man, he looked so boring. Like, bro, y'all don't know how bro fight, and he was hurt. Like, what are y'all talking about? He boring. The dude, he got plenty of fights he done had already. Is this your first time watching, bro? Oh, okay. That's why he probably boring to you. This your first time seeing him. That's another reason why they call Shakur Stevenson boring, because that was their first time seeing him fight, and then he was hurt, so they didn't understand. They didn't know he fight like Pretty Boy Floyd, and they thought he was like a Tank Davis or something. I don't know. So that's why they called him boring in that fight. But yeah, a lot of these people don't. they just starting to realize these guys, like when Eastside Cruz, I told everybody, man, Eastside Cruz gonna go 12 rounds with Tank. Oh man, he gonna get knocked out. Bro, Eastside Cruz was a replacement fight, late replacement, coming off a loss. And I was like, and people was acting like, and Tank got booed after that fight, man. You know what I'm saying? So I know these fans, they play both sides. They booed him after that fight. I sat up here and said, no, Eastside Cruz good, man. He a good fighter. No, man, I ain't never heard of him. He ain't good. That don't mean he ain't good because you ain't heard of him. They know who Eastside Cruz is now. Am I capping? No cap. None of it. But yeah, he did a good Tank Davis did a good job against Frank Martin, but I didn't feel like he was really in fear of Frank Martin's boxing, because when Tank seen that Frank Martin wasn't going forward, he felt like the moment was probably too big for him though. He like, okay, he ain't coming forward, so. And I just feel like Frank could have let his hands go a little bit more as far as on the front foot. Cause I've seen him in a fight like that, like just be cautious. But when he's being aggressive, and then should have went with that game plan, but not being aggressive, that wasn't good. I think that really backfired on him. But people got surprised last night, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all, and it's not, I'm not being funny when I say this, but I'm being dead serious when I say this, and people know I'm dead serious when I say this. Like, I heard people last night after, cause I know, I forgot who called him out. Paro was talking about fighting Prograis. They was talking about Paro fighting Prograis, and then Matias fighting Prograis. Now y'all see, and I noticed this after Devin Haney beat Prograis, he didn't really get the kind of credit that Tank Davis is getting for like fighting Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying? And I made a point about that. I seen guys who beat Regis Prograis get on pound for pound list for beating him. So I was kind of surprised that Devin Haney went out there and did what he did, and it was kind of like just, you know. And now with Tank Davis and Frank Martin, it's kind of everybody like, yeah, give him his credit. Like, what you mean give him his credit, bro? Like, did you give Devin Haney credit for beating Regis Prograis? You know what I'm saying? Like, why y'all want to pick and choose when y'all want to give somebody credit for being a very good fighter? And then they was talking about Matias and Paro versus Prograis next. So I'm like, so y'all ain't even looking at the guys that Devin Haney looking at the fight. Y'all want Devin Haney to fight. It was like Devin Haney to fight Gary Russell. He need to fight Matias, Pitbull, Tank, Boots Ennis. And in my mind, I'm like, if Tank better than Devin Haney, why he ain't getting named with all these guys then? Like, Tank should have fought Matias last night, in my mind. He should have been the guy that would beat Matias last night. Not Liam Paro. But I got high expectations for Tank, though. It's like that now. I seen how everybody was with Floyd. They wanted Floyd to fight Triple G just 5 or 10 years ago. But I'm just asking Tank to go up 5 pounds, and everybody like, oh, you tripping. Bro, Triple G? Y'all wanted Floyd to fight Triple G after he fought Canelo? And I can't ask bro to go up 5 pounds? Like, what we doing? For real. Ever since American boxing, America getting soft, man, as far as boxing. They getting weak. And we ain't never sat up here and told Mike Tyson, hey, man, just fight anybody. Let him choose. Yeah, Mike Tyson, he can fight whoever he want. Have y'all ever heard him say anybody say that? That's insane. Dude fighting Holyfield. He had to fight real guys. He had to fight some dogs back then. Bro, y'all don't understand that? They was asking Floyd to fight Canelo and everything. I mean, me seeing Tank fight Matias last night, that would have been, it wouldn't have been the same, but it would have been close. That's kind of what I see. I know Tank a dog like that. But when he sat up here and said, yeah, Matias, man, everybody scared of him at 140. I'm like, come on, man. Bro, for real? Who running from bruh? Like, I'm sitting around here trying to argue for, like, I think Tank gonna beat Matias. They like, no, Tank just said Matias, he the boogeyman at 140. I'm like, oh my God, bro. He just said that? Why did Tank just say that? Now I gotta disagree with him. Nah, I don't think he the boogeyman. I thought Tank would be able to beat Matias. Now he's saying, bro, the boogeyman? Oh, he ain't the only guy that said that. See, even if these guys are boxers, they still don't know how good other guys are. I'm not gonna cap. I'm just being 100. He said he was the boogeyman and he was wrong. Now I can't even sit up here and say, I still can't say Matias, Tank will beat Matias because they're gonna say, well, Tank said he the boogeyman. Oh, all right. He did. I can't argue with that. I mean, what I'm gonna do? Force Tank to believe that he ain't the boogeyman? Like, that's what he had said, man. Yeah, but I had Paro in the fight. Yeah, skills pay the bills, man. When you got a jab and you stick to the jab, Paro, he almost folded though. That 7th round, Paro was ready to quit. He was like, hey, I'm out of there. He looked at his trainer, he was like, bro, his trainer was like, hey, you gotta. And that's what a trainer's supposed to do, dog. His trainer last night, bro, that was a real speech. He told him, like, dog, you lose this, I might not be able to get in the gym for months after this. Like, you let this fight go right now, bro, I might not have the energy to do anything. Some of these guys, trainer, they don't even yell in the corner when these guys losing. They're like, yeah, just you go out there and jab and yeah, they was like, bro, yeah, Matias almost made him fold last night. But Matias, he couldn't push through. I heard excuses today. Oh, Matias coming off an injury. Man, I don't care about none of that. I don't care. Bruh, David Haney just fought a guy on PEDs. Y'all don't care. I ain't trying to hear nothing. Over with. That's done. I ain't trying to hear no excuses. Everybody got an excuse after they lose. And then y'all say, oh, man, dudes got heavy suits. I ain't trying to hear no excuses after nobody lose no more. Take the loss like a man. Is what it is. Is what it is. Is what it is. Dude coming in heavy. Nah. Yeah, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know what y'all did. Y'all gonna have to keep that on the hush. No more excuses in 2024. It's about what a referee's holding. I don't care about none of that. Figure it out. I don't care about none of that. Coming off an injury, referee, people blaming promoters. I don't care about none of that. Nah. I done seen all kind of stuff lately. Nah, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I see how they do. We got dudes 25 years old over here trying to fight the best. Then we got dudes over 30 talking about some everybody ducking them. Come on, man. And I know y'all be talking about that weight bully stuff. Hey, I'm telling y'all right now, them narratives on the internet, please do not start that weight bully stuff. It's too many boxers that been in the same weight class for 10 years while you got Devin Haney them jumping weight classes and they only 25. Please don't be sitting up here calling dudes boogeymans and they've been in the same weight class for 10 years. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Let them dudes build themselves up. It's a different kind of fighters out here. Everybody ain't Wilder fighting guys 50 pounds heavier than them. Chill out. Y'all crying over 5 pounds. I asked Tank to go up 5 pounds to fight Matias. He don't want to do it. You got Wilder going up 60 pounds to fight Zhang and everybody else, and everybody act like they don't know what's going on. Nah, cut it out with the weight bully stuff. I'll expose it. Everybody, these dudes have been at the same weight class for 10 years. Devin Haney different. So I'm gonna just let y'all know that Tank different. He went up to 142. Barrios was a dog too. So yeah, they get credit for that. Everybody just now trying to put Tank on a pound for pound, and he fought Barrios years ago. Man, catch up. Catch up. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put Tank on pound for pound. He should have been on pound for pound. What you talking about? Barrios a dog. He should have been on pound for pound. Oh, I ain't know he was like that. Nah, we ain't doing that. Figure it out. Last night we seen guys with a jab beat guys who are power punchers. Frank Martin didn't stick to the jab. The jab is the key in boxing. Everybody, I know the jab ain't a knockout punch, but we seen guys with 100% KO rate lose to jabs last night. All the upsets last night were jabs. They lost the jabs. They didn't lose the uppercuts, KO, hooks, right hooks, left hooks. They lost the jabs last night. That's it. And everybody talking about, all Devin Haney do a jab. Dog, they lost the jabs last night. They lost the jabs that ain't like Devin Haney's last night. These dudes lost the regular jabs that was consistent, in your face jabs. That's what happened with them upsets last night. Benavidez had trouble with a jab last night. A jab is a jab still in boxing. If you can punch somebody consistently for 30 minutes, that's a problem. I mean, boxing ain't that hard to figure out. My mind be so cluttered hearing this mess all the time about flinching and other stuff. I'm sitting out here trying to talk about a jab. I sit here and said Friday. I said Friday, these dudes, whoever throws a jab this weekend gonna win. Then I'm hearing Friday about flinching. It has nothing to do with boxing. Bro, that was so embarrassing, bro, to be from this country and everybody talking about flinching. Oh my God, bro. That's so, and you a street dude? Come on, man. What streets you from? You was not from the gutter talking about flinching for 2 days. Cut it out. Dudes be putting on, man. For real. It be so much cap in boxing. They don't even talk about the fight. Then when I do explain about the fight, they try to discredit me because they don't know nothing. Flinching? Okay. Flinching in boxing. Yeah, but all they got exposed last night, man. It really did. A jab is the key in boxing. All the other stuff about all the other stuff, man. It's just a whole mess. The fans starting to get exposed, man. Like, give dudes credit. Like, I've been trying to explain this for months. Give dudes credit for challenging themselves. You got a lot of young guys right now, like Benavidez, Haney. I've been saying this for 12 months. It's all coming to fruition. When you don't cap the truth, you ain't gotta look over your shoulder. The truth gonna come out for real. I'm being in the Hall of Fame after this. I done broke the biggest story this year, no lie. I'm being humble right now. I've been saying something about the sparring video with Devin Haney. I said Devin Haney won last year in sparring. I said that already. Did a whole video on it. And I said the sparring video wasn't even like the one they put out. And then a lot of people know on here, they know. I told them already. Then also I told everybody about the sparring with the Tank Davis. I said Tank Davis gonna fight he gonna fight Frank Martin because of that sparring they did a couple years ago. That was the reason. I know a lot of people said, oh, Tank Davis gonna fight Frank Martin. I said he was gonna fight Frank Martin because of that sparring. And what happened before the fight? Oh, we got that sparring video. And sparring video still ain't out, but y'all understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't do no capping. Ain't no narratives over here. And that's what he fought him. He's talking about the sparring video very consistently. Gave Frank Martin his credit, said he caught me. Everything. Now, if Tank Davis came out here and said, yeah, Frank Martin caught me in sparring. He did a good job. Said Frank Martin fight great competition. He was respectful. You know what I'm saying? He just, he was just doing what he do, getting people head, just mess with them. Cause what he did with Frank Martin, Tank is a genius. You know what I'm saying? What he did with Frank Martin was he put all the media attention on Frank Martin for them last 2 days. So, like after he did all that, most of the media was focusing on Tank Martin, the flinching and all the other stuff, and just everything. And the moment it just made the stuff seem a little bigger. It did. Cause most of the time, the media not really focusing on Tank Davis' opponent as much, but with Frank Martin, they were showing a little more interest in what he had to say and everything. So, yeah. He said Tank said Ryan Garcia beat Devin fair and square. Bro, Devin Haney Ryan Garcia probably couldn't even beat Liam Paro right now. I don't see nobody running around talking about Ryan Garcia gonna beat Liam Paro, Sabril Matias, Pitbull. Ryan Garcia still probably can't beat Matias right now. I don't hear nobody running around saying Ryan Garcia can beat those guys. I haven't heard it. That might be Ryan Garcia's last loss. Last win. He better take that Sunny D. He better drink that Sunny D for the next fight, cause that might be Ryan Garcia's last big win, homie. I'm in this this a marathon, not a sprint. See, a lot of y'all that been sprinting, y'all done ran out of win. Yeah, I'm telling you. That might be Ryan Garcia's last big win. You ain't think about that. Ryan Garcia can't even make 140. And the dudes at 140, they don't fight at catch weights. They like, nah, I'm not going to 147. That might be homie last big win. That might be homie last big win, man. Y'all don't understand that. Y'all think Ryan Garcia finna go out here and beat Boots or somebody? Relax, man. He's really a 47. And allegedly the PEDs helped him get to 43. So yeah, go look at my short video. Ryan Garcia like 180 right. And the dude just told y'all he don't want to lose weight. So what you think that means? Man, I seen that video 10 years ago. While y'all running around here talking about Devin Haney ducking Tank Davis, he already fought him for 20, 30 minutes. Yeah, I seen the video 10 years ago. Everybody who sitting up here making these narratives about Devin Haney, it's gonna come back. Devin Haney gonna be like a bad nightmare for a lot of people. Devin Haney sucker punch. Tank the one that sucker punch Devin Haney. What are you talking about? You don't even know who was on the video. That's what I'm saying, man. Go drink you some milk and stuff so you can get off that hangover. That was Tank Davis who punched Devin Haney when his hands was down, talking. You don't even know who it was. See what I'm saying? He don't even know who was who on the video. He said Devin Haney sucker punched Tank and it did nothing. All I know is Devin Haney done walked away with the money, and when you walk forward on Tank Davis, like I said, that's when the fight gonna get a little easier. Nobody wants to walk down Tank. The only person that did it was Eastside Cruz, and look how much success he had. It's easy, man, if you really know boxing. Come on, angry Mexican. I thought you knew Mexican style. And then no, Floyd told Devin Haney to punch him because he wasn't fighting back. So you don't even know what happened. Floyd told Devin Haney to punch Tank since he ain't punching back, and he was laying on the ropes. See, you don't even know what happened, man. See what I'm saying? See, a lie get around the world quicker than the truth will. See, that's why the sparring video went out in the first place, because of people like you. You see, you pushing narratives already. Floyd said, "Hey, man, punch him. He ain't punching back. We still going." No, it's only one face of boxing, and Ryan Garcia is not the face of boxing. Not over Tank Davis. Sorry to tell you. If Ryan Garcia is the face of boxing, we'll be talking about who Ryan Garcia's next fight is right now. And I'm gonna tell you something else too. The difference between Devin Haney and all the rest of these guys, you already know who Devin Haney gonna fight before as soon as he ends his last fight. Oh, I fought Ryan Garcia. Oh, I lost. I'm fighting Sandor Martin next. Okay. As soon as Devin Haney beat Regis Prograis, he already said I'm going after Ryan Garcia. So he's the only guy who's really. I don't got to figure out who he gonna fight next. Doesn't that feel great when you ain't got to sit around here and figure out? Oh, I want to see this guy fight next. I don't got to beg my favorite fighters to fight nobody. They gonna do it for me. I ain't gotta ask Terrence Crawford. Hey man, I want you to fight the best. Don't gotta do it. And Ryan ain't got no Sunny D like he did last time. If he ain't got his Sunny D like he did last time, he gonna have a hard time tallying up some wins. But this ain't about Ryan Garcia, man. He's nobody is thinking about his next fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it 1,000. I don't want to make this about bro. Nobody's really think. If you really think about it, nobody wants to see. Nobody said who they want to see Ryan Garcia fight next because they know what time it is. You can figure out the truth in the middle of some silence. Yeah, Ryan. Nobody wants to see, bro. But yeah, overall, man, Tank Davis, he's basically the face of boxing right now. You know what I'm saying? Because Canelo, he didn't have the same energy behind him when the Munguia fight happened. I mean, as far as in the gate, yeah, in the gate, you know, he'll do a good job. But as far as pay-per-views and overall, he's not really doing the numbers like that. You know what I'm saying? Most of these fights are free in Mexico right now. So he's not really getting the numbers from over there. So he kind of just going through the motions right now. He's trying to figure out if he's gonna be the next guy for Terrence Crawford. But these guys got to start picking up some fights their next fight. I feel like from what I'm hearing, from what I'm hearing, Tank Davis, people want to see him fight Lomachenko next. Man, I was asking for that fight 12 months ago. 12 months ago, I was asking for that fight. I heard Bob Arum say, "Yeah, man, I can make the fight with Shakur and Tank right now." I said, and that was last year. I said, "Oh, so he can do Tank and Lomachenko too? Oh, good. We need to go ahead and do that." So it's like people don't even want to figure out who they want Tank to fight. Like last year, it was like I want to see Tank and Shakur fight next. Now everybody like, nah, I want to see Tank fight Loma. Like, bro, figure it out. Dang, I'm not finna be involved in that conversation. That's old to me. These dudes fought 7 years ago, man. We should have been talking about this. Y'all talking about Loma? Nah, Loma like 35. Y'all trying to act like Loma 100 years old. It don't matter how old Loma is. He fighting still. I don't know what all this ageism is going on. Ain't nobody caring about how old Terrence Crawford is. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, a lot of y'all be capping about that age stuff. Certain dudes, y'all want to protect y'all. Oh, he 36, 37. Who cares? He out here fighting, ain't he? Ain't nobody sitting around here talking about, man, Terrence Crawford, man, he 36, 37 years old. He don't need to be fighting Canelo. And he moving up 2 weight classes. Let's be real. Yeah, but the age, man, I hate when people bringing up the age now. Like that never been a problem Wilder 38. I ain't heard nobody say, well, he probably rusty because he's 38. I ain't trying to hear none of these excuses that I ain't using. I ain't used no excuses for when Wilder lost. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. I ain't say, hey, he 38, this and that. Nah. I ain't trying to hear nothing about no ages no more. I'm telling you, the excuses is over with. Matias he gotta take his loss like a man. You said Hagler was done by 31, but Hagler fought real people though. Hagler wasn't sitting around here trying to fight Hector Garcias and stuff like that. Hagler was fighting real. He was fighting dogs. Tank about to be 30. What's the best name on Tank resume at the age of 30? Tank gonna be 30 by the time his next fight happens. What's the best name on Tank resume by the age of 30? That's how I look at boxing. If Tank name was Floyd Mayweather right now, and I sat up here and said, okay, Floyd Mayweather best fights right now is Isaac Cruz and Ryan Garcia and who else? Barrios. Come on, man. Stop it. You said Ryan just ran over Devin. So Ryan. So that's just like me saying Andrew Ruiz, he beat Anthony Joshua, so maybe he can beat Usyk and Tyson Fury too. That's just like saying that. Just because Andrew Ruiz knocked out Anthony Joshua, I haven't heard not one person running around saying that Andrew Ruiz can put that work to Usyk and to Fury. Have you heard anybody saying that? While everybody running around saying that? That's what I'm saying. It's another analogy or narrative that get pushed around. Does that make any sense? Have you heard anybody saying Andrew Ruiz could beat Fury or Usyk because he knocked out Anthony Joshua? Because you said, well, Ryan just beat Devin. Come on, man. I don't even want to get into that because Ryan is obviously people don't care about. That's why I said if I was a boxer right now, I'd be doing the same thing Ryan doing. Maybe Andy could. You said maybe? Yeah, maybe. In a dream world, maybe. You said Pedraza. I'm just talking about the standard, bro. I don't lower my standard for nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't lower my standard for nobody. I see a lot of fans, they do that. I seen Floyd Mayweather. I seen Floyd Mayweather fight Canelo, and then everybody said Floyd Mayweather don't fight nobody. So I ain't trying to hear about what no fighter resume look like or what he done. Y'all the same fans that ran around for years talking about Floyd Mayweather ain't fought nobody after he beat Canelo. So that's how I look at boxing. It's never gonna be good enough. You said Tank is dangerous for anybody? He just fought a guy who started boxing at 17. So technically, Frank Martin has been boxing basically what 12 years. So if you're 29, or if you know what 29 is, you will know that 17 to 29 is a very difficult time to figure out how to beat a guy like Tank Davis. It was a huge challenge. So you telling me if you said I know Tank is a problem. Yeah, he is a problem. What does that mean though? What does that mean though? Anybody could be beat. So what does that mean? I mean, as far as for Shakur Stevenson dangerous for Tank Davis. So what is Tank Davis dangerous for anybody? Shakur Stevenson dangerous for anybody. I don't see nobody breaking their neck to try to get in the ring with him. Shakur about to fight Frank Martin leftovers. Frank Martin, you talking about Artem? Artem will beat all these guys. Bro, Artem beat Carlos Adames in the amateurs. What are you talking about? That dude Artem beat Carlos Adames in the amateurs, man. Come on, man. You said leftovers? Frank Martin's leftovers beat Carlos Adames in the amateurs. What are we talking about? Y'all better start figuring out their boxing out here. Yeah, man. This man said Frank Martin's leftovers. Frank Martin leftovers beat Carlos Adames. You saw them hooks Carlos Adames was throwing last night? Try to stand in front of those. You think he'll bum? You said Shakur puts on stinkers, and guess what? The people who lost in those stinkers are. if you lost to Shakur in a stinker, what does that make you? A porta potty. He said, bro, Tank is a beast, bro. What are we talking about? I mean, Tank is a beast. You say it didn't help. I love people that say the amateurs don't matter. Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney in the amateurs, but the amateurs don't matter. Cut it out. Those days are over. When people say that, I know you're a casual. There's been a lot of casual guys saying that. Oh, the amateurs don't matter. Boy, you don't get up out of here, repeating something you done heard 50 times. That's wrong. So you think Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney 3 times in the amateurs? That don't matter. Come on, man, cut it out. What do we find these guys? And he's saying stuff that most fans say, so it's not really outrageous what he's saying. But to me, it's outrageous because come on, man. Frank Martin started boxing at 17. What you should be asking yourself is, why did Virgil Ortiz lose to a guy who started boxing at 17? Oh my God, that's what you should have said. But you trying to play sides, so you didn't want to say that. It's okay. Actually, what you should have said was, man, Frank Martin beat a guy. He beat Virgil Ortiz, and he started boxing at 17. Wow. But you wanted to make it a hater comment, so you said, but you just said that Tank is dangerous for anybody. But then you come down here and say, Tank is a problem. But then you go down here and say Virgil Ortiz beat. So what does that mean? And it didn't seem to help versus Tank. I mean, that's Tank. What are we talking about? I'm gonna tell you something else too. Y'all act like Canelo. Ever fought like Tank. Canelo don't even fight like this. Canelo don't get knockouts like Tank Davis. And we see how much y'all be fanning out over Tank Davis. In America, we just got high expectations. But don't get it messed up. Tank Davis, he's that guy over here. So don't get it twisted. We just got high expectations. Did the same thing with all the boxers going on. I can prove my point for hours, but I ain't gonna do it. Like I said, we had high expectations for Floyd, everybody. So it ain't no different. But I seen Canelo not even get knockdowns against Triple G, and people just fan out. People lost their mind about Canelo. I'm like, the dude didn't even knock out Triple G at all. He didn't give Triple G no issues. And fans really think knockouts is easy in boxing. That amazes me. Last night we had 1 knockdown. Well, 2 really in the prelims, but most people ain't see that. He said he couldn't cut out the ring version. First of all, Korean is a Ukrainian fighter who's an animal. I mean, Korean did the same thing that Vozic did against Benavidez last night. What are we talking about? Bro, that's what they do, bro. If you know the Ukrainian style, you'll know that it was hard for Boots never fought against a guy with that type of style. So if you really know boxing, it's just a style that he was fighting against. The guy, everybody, bro, it's a special talent to throw on the run like that. To throw punches on the move, everybody can't throw punches on the move. Y'all gotta start pay attention what y'all looking at out here. Boots was fighting a Ukrainian fighter who come out that school of ultimate fundamentals. So yeah, that's why it looked like that. But he wasn't trying to go. You acting like he was exchanging with Boots or something. Obviously, he was running for a reason. Tank did not look like no Canelo last night. Canelo do not fight like Tank. Let's stop it. Canelo does not fight like Tank Davis. Let's stop it, please. No, he doesn't. Nah. Canelo fight like Triple G. That's what he fight like. You said nobody stops Triple G. He had legendary chin. Bro, Triple G was at the same weight class for 20 years, bro. Let's stop it, bro. That's probably why Triple G got so much of a chin. Dude was at the same weight class for 20 years. And that's no exaggeration, no cap. 20 years Triple G was at the same weight class. 20 years. If you think I'm joking, look it up. And everybody talking about Devin Haney and all these guys weight bullies. That weight bully narrative got to stop, bro. I'm seeing that narrative get across the world. Oh, man, guys got to quit fighting guys 20 and 25 pounds over. Was y'all reading the rehydration clause? I mean, rehydration or the second weigh-ins for Triple G? Y'all got the numbers on those? But yeah, people starting to realize how hard it is for Haney to fight every 3 or 4 months against top competition. Look at Matias. Went there with Paro, lost everything in one night. People expect, oh man, Devin Haney, he got to do this at 25 every 3 or 4 months. It's going to be a lot of guys getting losses. And right now, and I'm going to just keep it 1,000, Tank Davis and Canelo just fought guys they picked, right? But when the mandatory is coming up, who the mandatory is? Who these mandatory guys they going to fight? Is it big names? Why these mandatories so soft? We looking for big names right now. We got Lomachenko hanging out here. Everybody talking about Lomachenko. I don't know why Lomachenko's name wasn't getting mentioned after he fought Teofimo, before Teofimo. I don't know how Teofimo got his hands on Loma before Tank did. I'll never understand that. It's amazing how people don't never ask that question. How did Teofimo get his hands on Lomachenko before Tank did? How does everybody just magically find themselves in the ring with Lomachenko and just... I don't know. I don't understand it. I think it's prison of the moment stuff. Because as I said before, last year everybody said they wanted to see Shakur fight Tank Davis. So what changed since last year? Last year I said Lomachenko. But it's kind of changed now. I don't know why that changed so much. I'm very surprised by that. That's pretty crazy to me though. Well, yeah, Tank an excellent fighter, man. But what the expectations gonna be from now on? Is it gonna be these type of fights like this? Because if so, I'm not gonna have no high expectations. I could have easily seen him fighting Matias last night, and I heard him and many other guys say, "Hey, Matias is Boogeyman, man. All right, man, he ain't gonna fight the guy then. We want to see Devin fight him. We don't think he can beat him." It's crazy. How everybody sat up here and said he can't fight the guy. Man, most of these guys who power punchers can't get past the jab. We think these guys can't get outboxed. That's why the younger generation that's coming up, their boxing skills are becoming a lot more advanced because they see the chinks in some of these guys' armors, trying to go for the KO all the time and not being able to get past the jab. That's why if you see the young guys coming out now, a lot of these guys got jabs going to the body. They not head hunting. Like that one guy yesterday, the young guy, impressive. Knocked the dude out, going to the body 3 times. Three knockdowns, 3 body shots. Wasn't even aiming for his head. That stuff you don't even see. That stuff you don't even see for real. I'm telling you. When you're in a 50-50 fight, man, everybody gonna have a tough day. It might be somebody's day, but we gotta keep their energy the same way. Matias stopping Devin? No, never. Ryan Garcia didn't stop Devin, even with the Sunny D. Oh, the referee. Then I heard people complain about the referee last night. How was Paro jabbing for 12 rounds? And they talking about he was holding. Holding? How was he holding if he fight from the outside? It's only one guy that needs to fight in the inside. So how is he holding? Do you know who's initiating the holding? Man, they be having so much excuses after a fight, man. Holding. People got real excuses when they lose a fight. And then dudes talking about, man, it was the holding, the referee, promoter. Okay. All this got to be pointed out after a fight because they do that with everybody. It's tradition. We got to talk about if somebody got a heavy suit excuse, something like that. So everybody said the holding last night was a problem. In the Matias fight, the referee and Eddie Hearn want him to win, all that stuff. Okay. You know what would have changed all that? A knockout. If you would have knocked him out, none of that would have happened. Referee, all that stuff. Knock him out. That's it. When it comes to any fighter who got power, you already know you going in there. They thinking you a power puncher, you ain't gonna score, so you gotta take advantage of your shot, but you ain't letting your hands go? Nah. He ain't let his hands go for real. He didn't have multiple combinations throughout the fight. Paro was just, and then just like Puyo in the fight with the jab with a Gary Russell. I can't believe Gary Russell sat up here and said, man, you know, PEDs don't make a difference. What? Okay, bro. So if old boy last night was on PEDs last night, or if he ever do get caught on PED, I don't want to know. Oh, man, he probably was on. Nah, it don't help. I'm telling you, from now on, I don't want to hear none of it. Take that L like a man. I'm telling y'all, everybody started a bad trend, man. They okayed everything like that now. So talking about it don't matter. Okay, if old boy was on PED last night, you lost to, get what? It don't matter. Straight up. It do not matter. That's why I want Tank Davis to get back in the ring with Ryan Garcia. It don't matter. Ryan Garcia left hook wasn't looking like that last time. Go up to 140, 47. and fight him at a catch weight. Cause they still talking about the fight, so yeah, make it happen. Yeah, I know. He definitely gonna fight Cruz again though. I definitely see that happening. That's definitely gonna be happening. As far as fighting Tank next, I think they asked Lomachenko about that recently. He just like, man, I'm trying to get my body back. I'm getting old. I'm just trying to get my body back right. So I ain't really. When he was ready to fight, everybody went asking Lomachenko nothing. So Lomachenko ain't really finna be answering the old questions right now. He already said I would have fought Tank years ago. So that's why I ain't put too much stock in it. I'm like, he gotta be ready to fight him. I think Loma been ready though. Unless people gonna say Loma ducking. I ain't heard nobody saying Loma ducking, so that can't be true. He already fought Teofimo and Devin Haney, so they ain't just fought Cambosa, so he can't be ducking nobody. Yeah, he in a good situation. But if the fight do happen, it have to be immediately. If it does happen, it'll have to be immediately. They can't wait that long. Definitely got to be immediately. But yeah, the fights that came on last night was good, man. It really were. I wasn't surprised there wasn't no knockdowns like with Benavidez fight. They were letting their hands fly last night. Was the card? I don't think the card was better than the Fedora card. I feel like it could have been. I didn't feel like it was. It almost was. You know what I'm saying? It was a good card last night. I'm not gonna lie. It was a very good card. But I feel like that Fedora card was a little bit better. I may be wrong. Last night might have been better. I might go back and rewatch it and like it better later on, but yeah, it was a good fight. It was some good fights on last night, but I can't believe people were sleeping on Liam Paro like this. I just can't. I just can't. I can hear it with the silence I'm hearing now as far as around that fight. I just see now it's so much people just believe in their own words just so much, man. They get so enamored by these knockouts. It's only certain people they care about with the knockouts too. Now everybody else who got a whole bunch of knockouts, they can't box. But certain people who get outboxed in fights and have to knock out guys, they the truth. They the best. It's gonna catch up eventually. I'm just gonna let you know that too. Anybody who go in there with a guy who can jab, even with Tank Davis going there with a guy who can jab and consistently punch, he gonna have issues. It ain't gonna be an easy fight. That's definitely not gonna be an easy fight. Tank Davis is the real deal. But as far as overall in the sport right now, him outboxing the people, he got to get in there with guys who's ultimate boxers, Olympians. And I'm dead serious when I say Olympians. I know guys that fight like Tank. He need to get in there with guys who are Olympians. I know a lot of people don't mention Andy Cruz. I would see him in the ring with Andy Cruz. If that would have been Andy Cruz in there last night, it would have looked a little different. Not saying that I'm not taking anything away from Frank Martin when I say this. Frank Martin is a very good fighter. Very good fighter. And Frank Martin he learned a lot in that fight last night. So Frank Martin gonna come out better. He gonna upset somebody. Frank Martin definitely gonna upset somebody else. They gonna sleep on him and he gonna end up upsetting somebody else. A lot of guys couldn't even last that long with Tank Davis in the ring. Then he got some shots off on on Tank Davis. So he proved everything with just a little limited boxing he's had as far as the background. I feel like Frank Martin did an excellent job. Just wasn't aggressive enough for me. You got to be aggressive. You got to speed Tank Davis up. Giving Tank Davis time to think, that's a no-no. I don't care. It don't got nothing to do with the power. If you giving him time to think, it's over. Yeah, he's a genius, man. He's a very good fighter. I'll say he breaks down the fighter like Canelo does, but he don't fight like Canelo though. He does it a totally different way. Totally different. But man, I'm telling you, people don't realize it. When certain fighters go out here and take these 50-50 fights on a regular, I've been telling people this, man, for a minute. Taking a 50-50 fight on a regular, bro, that's what makes boxing what it is. That's why when people now think back, like, oh, Barrios and Tank, that was like a very close fight. That might have been 50-50 or something. I didn't know Barrios was that good. So people got to let time go by to figure out how good a fight actually was. But me, I know it before it happens. That's how I felt last night. I told everybody last night, I said Paro and Paro and Matias gonna be a better fight than Frank Martin and Tank. Even though Tank got the knockout, it was a good fight. But as far as action, that Paro and Matias fight was better action. Way better action. Yeah, they was being aggressive. I feel like that's what Frank Martin should have did. What's up, PD, man? That's my dog right here, man. It's my dog, man, right here. We gonna listen to what my dog's saying, because he gonna agree with everything I'm saying. He probably ain't heard a word I said, and he finna come in here and say everything I said. No front foot action. Go. I already know. No front foot. No front foot. No front foot at all. PD, he was super. No front foot. You can't fight Tank Davis going back. Scared. No front foot, dog. Man, what was that backing up about? Man, against the ropes? He said like Terrence Squad. Against the ropes, man. Tank Davis love the ropes. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He fight better on the front foot. Frank, bro, PD, this is what I don't understand, man. Who ain't telling these guys? Hey, PD, I got a question. I'm glad you said that. Hey, who ain't telling these guys they need to be on the front foot, man? With Tank Davis. Like, who not telling these guys that? Thank you. Go ahead and pin that up there. Insane. And there's no disrespect to Frank Martin, man. I feel like he did a good job with the limited experience he had, but him being on the back foot, man, I ain't gonna lie, PD. When he sat up here and said during the press conference, "Hey, if Frank Martin if Tank Davis run into something, he gonna be in trouble." I said, "Run into something." I said, "Nah, man, you don't need to be on back foot like that. That's gonna be trouble." So, I feel like Frank Martin, man, he did a good job. He did a good job with the limited experience he had, but him being on the back foot, man, I ain't gonna lie, PD. When he sat up here and said during the press conference, "Hey, if Frank Martin if Tank Davis run into something, he gonna be in trouble." I said, "Nah, man, you don't need to be on back foot like that. That's gonna be trouble." So you know, I ain't go with him for the fight. I had kind of changed my mind. I knew he wasn't gonna be aggressive, so. And then Jay Will was in here laughing at me, PD, because I said, "Bro, why is Frank Martin laying on the couch like an hour?" He was like 30 minutes before the fight was gonna start. I think Benavidez was still fighting, and I'm like, "Bro, on the couch?" I'm like, "Bro, I ain't warming up yet." So it's the little things I be looking at where I'm like, "Man, what? Why he ain't warming up yet?" Taking them warming up, bro. Tank looked like Apollo Creed in the back yesterday. And you had Frank sitting there like Rocky. I'm like, hold on, Frank, you supposed to be warming up, dog. And if you look at the fight, Frank Martin, the way he was fighting, he should have had got him a sweat going way before he got up out there. He waited until he get in the ring to start breaking the real sweat. I'm like, no, sir. You're the guy who moving around the most. You gotta get your legs, because when you lose all that weight like that, you gotta get your juices flowing. You know, you gotta almost get your body to the point where like you're in a real fight almost before you get in the fight. So your body can rehydrate the right way and build up its nutrients back to where you can get back to normal. So to lose all that weight and not warm up like that, nah, that was the ultimate mistake. Then you're not on the front foot. Man, come on, man. I don't know why guys ain't fighting like Pitbull. Man, that's what I'm saying, bro. I was like, that. Hey, PD, I got another thing too. I don't know if I want to say it on here because I'm glad you brought. Well, should I say this? Let me see. Cause it was something I was gonna say. I ain't writing my phone last night. What I was gonna say about Derrick James? Why it's always a weight issue around him, except for Charlo? Besides Charlo, why it's always a weight issue when it comes to Derrick James when these dudes be weighing in and stuff? Like what's going on in the training? Why do you guys be looking drained when they stepping on the scale? Like certain coaches, I done had certain coaches before. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I done had certain coaches before. Certain coaches, they'll do certain things to where they'll have you on weight by the time or close by the time fight week come. The way you've been training, and other coaches, they'll be working on technique and stuff so much. By the time fight week come, your weight gonna be crazy. So you're gonna have to lose a lot of weight on your own by yourself real quick. So if he like that, which I'm assuming allegedly he is, man, that junk getting out of hand now, dog. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't understand that. There's too many dudes he associated with stepping on the scale that look like they drained. Then you ain't got to be honest with you, what Earl Spence did against Crawford, that's what Frank Marshall did against Tank. Man, you got to be aggressive with Tank. You sitting there letting Tank think. What y'all see? You seen what Bivol did? What Bivol did against Canelo? It got to be something close to that. Yeah, he did. He did the best he could. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're right about that. Frank Martin did the best he could. Absolutely. It got to be close to what Canelo did with Bivol. Man, he been at that level multiple times, PD. Multiple times. And I don't like to criticize no trainer and be like, oh, you the reason somebody lost. Nah, I just looking at little things. I ain't really talking about just inside the ring, just the weight and everything. You know, I don't want certain trainers ain't associated with stuff like that. I'm telling you. If you go look at certain guys who train boxers, they guys ain't worrying about what weight they are and everything else. Like when Virgil Hunter was working with Mario Barrios and Andre Ward, you ain't never heard nobody saying, well, you know, Andre Ward couldn't make weight because nah, that ain't happening. The way we train, you making weight. Even Barrios, he said he had to struggle, but guess what? He did that rehydration against Tank. Virgil Hunter got him through it. So it is what it is. I'm pretty sure other people too, you know what I'm saying? But hey, you got a responsibility. And if I was a boxer, you know, I would expect my trainer to, man, you getting paid too? You getting paid. You ain't no nutritionist, but you getting paid. Shoot, you getting a check because I'm stepping on the scale, so that's part of the job. We gotta make sure I'm right when I get on the scale, or the fight ain't gonna happen. But yeah, seeing Frank Martin drain, that kind of took away from me seeing everything that was actually gonna happen. I ain't really. When I seen him drain, I was like, Then I'm gonna be I ain't gonna lie to you too, man. It's real talk. I just gotta be honest about everything. When I went on, and that's why I don't be on Twitter like that no more. When I went on Twitter, I see the fans kind of laughing at Frank Martin being drained and stuff. I'm like, bro, this is a sport where people lose their life like on the regular, and people sitting out here laughing about a dude being drained, making weight and stuff like that. Just disgusting. And the weigh-in was super late, so I ain't never seen a weigh-in that late. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But that was horrible. Yeah, that was absolutely horrible. That weigh-in was super late. It was almost nighttime having a weigh-in. That was crazy to me. Have anybody ever seen a weigh-in that late before? And then my thing is, I had some more questions about the whole situation, but I don't know. When they had the face off and everything, like he just looked so weight drained. He didn't even have any kind of. He wasn't even hydrated like that. So I'm like, bro, this man ain't got no Pedialyte or nothing close by. I'm just saying that situation a little weird, dog. I'm gonna be real. The man ain't had no Pedialyte or nothing. He just sitting there interviewing. He ain't got no drink in his hand. His mouth is just dry. Can't get his words out. Ain't nobody say, hey man, here go water. When I seen that, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a no for me, dog. Yeah, it definitely was. When I seen that. But yeah, laughing at a dude to drain on the scale. Where this come from? I ain't gonna lie, man. Uh a lot of people gotta figure out. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I just gotta keep it 100. People making it seem Tank ain't. I don't want to say this because it's gonna sound real weird, but not Tank, but the fans that support Tank and like what Tank Davis does in the ring, they are becoming bad for the sport. I'm gonna tell you why. They complaining about crazy stuff like the weights, guys being weight bullies. Um, when Triple G was at the same weight class for 20 years, ain't nobody said nothing. But guys who's 25 years old, they weight bullies. But other guys that's on pound for pound, they could be at the same weight for 20 years. Ain't nobody said nothing. But I just don't understand what the narrative they try to push at boxing. Like overall, they'll say, "Oh, this guy way too much. We don't need to fight him, and they need to get this and that." It's just too much. They don't know too much about the game, the sport of boxing. To be honest with you, not too much because you got to realize these different styles this guy going against. And I just said earlier, PD, I was saying about how like around this time, people was asking Floyd to fight Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Around the time that where Tank at now or close to. You know what I'm saying? So can we compare Floyd Mayweather and Tank resume to each other right now? Probably not. And that's what my expectations is. I got a high standard. Ever since I've been born in America, they had high expectations for boxers. They didn't care about Mike Tyson doing 30 years in jail. They said as soon as you get out, you're gonna fight the best. You're gonna fight the best. Floyd got out, hey, you gotta fight the best. It been like that. Floyd fought Canelo and everybody said he ain't fighting nobody. No, he still ain't fought nobody. He cherry picked his whole career. He fought Canelo. That's the fight y'all wanted. I didn't even want the Canelo fight. I said Canelo ain't ready. Oh, he gonna stop him. I heard he a beast. I said, okay. Then Maidana fight. Maidana did all that swinging in the first fight. Everybody said, oh, Maidana won. Floyd said, oh, I'm finna get an easy payday. Let me run it back. They ran it back. I ain't heard nobody say Maidana won the second fight. So I'm like, oh, okay. Y'all letting Floyd just rob the bank. Shoot, Adrian Broner fought Maidana at 24 years old. Are y'all telling me any of these guys that Tank Davis fighting right now, they on Maidana level? Like, y'all got to know who really, what level it is. Y'all got to really know the levels in boxing. Adrian Broner fought Maidana at 24 years old. Tank Davis 29 right now. What are we talking about? Is there anybody on Tank Davis' resume that y'all would say that's equal to Maidana? And Maidana had a higher KO percentage before he fought Adrian Broner. So, yeah, man. If Broner could fight Maidana at age 24, yeah, Tank got to step it up. I'm not lowering my standards for somebody I like. You know, I like a lot of people. Just because I like Jay-Z last album don't mean I'm going to like the next one just because that's Jay-Z. Nah, he got to step it up too. What are we talking about? Everybody like Blueprint 1, but they ain't saying nothing about Blueprint 2. And I listen to Blueprint 2 a lot. I'm like, y'all know Blueprint 2? Nah. But Jay-Z, he the best. How you don't even know Blueprint 2? I know Blueprint 2 better than you do. How you gonna say Jay-Z the best rapper in the world or ever, or the best, one of the best lyricists, and I know Blueprint 2 better than you do? Nah, we ain't finna do that. And that's what's going on in boxing. Everybody trying to Jay-Z the situation. Nah, man, you don't say. So y'all gonna tell me? And this and I hate that I gotta do this, but it ain't got no disrespect to Frank Martin, man. Frank Martin, the truth, man. It ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was like Frank Martin and I could have waited till I was 17 and then went to the pros, beat some top 10, top 5 guys, Olympians, and have a legit resume to the point where I can be in front of a Tank Davis and be able to go 8 rounds with him and get shots off. Yeah, that's absolutely a great accomplishment. Everybody ain't doing that. I don't care what country you're from. You ain't doing that. Ain't none of these dudes from other countries just hopping up at 17 and going to the pros, putting hands and feet on guys. That ain't going on. So yeah, let's give him a accomplishment for being a alien type human being, because everybody ain't doing that, and everybody ain't gonna break it down like that. But that's just how I do. He's a different kind of specimen, human being. He's really an alien because everybody ain't getting up at 17, then getting in front of Tank Davis 12 years later and going 8 rounds, putting shots on them. Most of these guys been boxing since they were 2, 3, 5 years old. So yeah, just different levels. But yeah, that's why I was saying about Adrian Broner last week. Like, people laughing. I'm like, bro, this dude fought Maidana at 24, man. Tell these young dudes to step it up, man. Tell these young guys to step it up, man. Y'all sitting around talking about how Tank unbeatable and stuff. So y'all telling me if Maidana was in his prime right now and he was in front of Tank, y'all telling me Tank wouldn't have no problems with Maidana right now? Is that what we doing? He would have looked like he did last night? Let's be real now. I got different expectations. Because I remember a time when Terrence Crawford was at 135, 140, the same time as Matias was. And when nobody's saying Matias was the boogeyman when Terrence Crawford was at 140. Y'all can run game on these fans, but like I said, I'm doing this. I'm doing this like Dion. I'm running this back. I'm high stepping and everything right now. I'm high stepping like Dion right now. Because everybody thought they was just throwing all these shots this way. Oh, you just hating on Matias. Oh, Liam Paro ain't that good. I said Liam Paro the best fight for Matias right now. He'll end up beating him. Yes, he can beat him. Somebody said I was hating on Liam Paro. I said, how am I hating on Liam Paro when I just picked him to beat Montana Love? I ain't hating on him. I picked him to beat Montana Love. But what I realize is in America, dudes don't think you really know boxing. It be Americans who'll jump in the comments and be doing that. Oh man, Liam Paro ain't that good. He ain't the boogeyman. I'm like, what? So is Liam Paro the boogeyman for beating the boogeyman? So if you beat the boogeyman, what does that make you? You see how the narratives go away that quick? So is Matias still the boogeyman, or is the guy that beat him the boogeyman? Yeah, man. I want a Tank to do stuff like Bronner did. Fight a Madonna at 24 years old. That's my expectations. And the equivalent of a Madonna, all right, we could probably say a Loma. Fight a Loma at 24. Teofimo did it. But they got to do a better job on doing strategies against Tank Davis. All these guys, no more back foot guys, man. They got to be guys who walk forward, who go forward, man. Even Shakur Stevenson goes forward. Ask De Los Santos. I seen De Los Santos back up plenty of times in that boring fight. Even Shakur Stevenson goes backwards. I mean forward. And he was going against a power puncher. De Los Santos almost got 100% KO rate. He KO'd Rayo. So that's why people thought Shakur Stevenson was getting KO'd. But I already knew that wasn't going to happen. And he had one hand. People say, well, the fight was boring. Well, why De Los Santos got beat with a jab and that was it? He got beat with a jab and he supposed to be a power puncher. But people that sit up here and say, man, Wilder can't punch. He can't fight. He ain't never got beat with just no jab. What? Just a jab? We got guys out. That's what I'm saying. The favoritism is getting exposed. We got guys out here get beat with jabs, can't get past jabs, who got 100% KO rate. Y'all see the pattern? Laughing at fighters that fighting 50-50 fights, trying to fight the best. And these guys can't even get past Liam Paro. Talking about Devin Haney, a chicken. Embarrassing. Everybody trying to build their name off Haney. Because he's 25 and y'all wait till y'all 35 and sit up here and fight the best. Y'all should be embarrassed that y'all let Adrian Broner jump in the ring with McDonough at 24. And y'all sitting out here fighting guys like, I'll just say Rolly at 27, 28. And Broner was fighting guys like McDonough at 24. But the fans, they got low expectations now. They just want to see a guy name get plastered over another guy. Like, yeah, he better than this guy. I ain't got no time to be arguing about who's better. I just want to see the fight. And as y'all can see, this the upset of the year right here. Man, y'all know how much crap I had to take the last couple of months saying that Liam Paro could possibly beat Matias? And these dudes out here building a whole YouTube channel talking about, man, that dude the boogeyman, man. These dudes out here hating. They hating on Matias. What's wrong with Matias? What y'all hating on Matias for? I ain't hating on Matias. He got a loss. The hell? I'm hating on somebody who lost. Why am I hating? Now he got 2 losses. What am I hating about? What is the hate? You ain't hear not one person saying, man, I can't believe he lost to Liam Paro, man. He trash. Nobody said that. But Boogeyman, it's a difference when you sit around here and you basically troll everybody into thinking that our favorite boxers, guys who just moved up from 135. I was dropping hints the whole time. I was trying not to be disrespectful, bro. And I still haven't been disrespectful, but I'm exposing it. Y'all was telling guys who just moved up from 135, they running from Matias. Dudes that haven't even been at 140 for 12 months. Oh, you ducking Matias. You ducking Matias. They just got to 135 this year. I mean, 140 this year from 135. How is anybody ducking him? The only people he's calling out is 35s. Haney just came from 35. Ryan Garcia, Teofimo just came from 35. Pitbull just came from 35. Why don't he fight a 140? I kept dropping hints. But history gonna prove. History gonna prove it. While everybody else been sitting around here putting out fake information and trying to push narratives, history gonna prove that a lot of these guys been capping. I can't support a guy who got 40%, 40 knockouts, 40 KOs in like 40 something fights. Can't support that guy. But a guy who got like 22 fights, 23 fights, and got what, 20 KOs or something like that. Now it's gonna be like what, 20 KOs and 22 fights or something. Come on, man. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. And people wonder why I was sitting around. And guess what? All those guys who said that, they're no longer here. I heard people making excuses today. Oh man, Matias lost because of the referee and this and this. We're blaming referees again. And then people talking about holding. Bro, I'm never hearing about that holding crap ever in my life, dog. I seen a fight yesterday where people was holding for the entire fight. Tyson Fury, every fight Tyson Fury don't be able to hold in, he basically gets beat down in. Usyk proved that. And then you hear people say, man, if Tyson Fury would have just leaned and grabbed on Usyk and used his weight. Oh, so that's boxing now? Leaning and using your weight? So that's what Tyson Fury's been doing? But then when you hear people say all he do is lean on guys, everybody like, no, that's a lie. Oh, well, if he just used his weight on Usyk, he'll win. That's not boxing, homie. So obviously you just expose yourself. Man, I don't want to hear none of these guys. Don't ever disrespect these fighters over here who's actually challenging themselves. Matias had Josh Taylor in his weight class the whole time. Ain't nobody said nothing. But these young guys ducking him, but he had Josh Taylor right there. That was the first sign I said. I said it in the live and everybody got mad. Their panties got in the bunch. They got mad, so was I lying? And this a old banner I had up. Was I lying? What did I lie? I've been telling people for months. People just don't want to make money. And guess what? I'm gonna continue to, man, boxing is easy to make money, man. All you gotta do is let these guys just talk. They gonna get the views on the cap, but you know the truth. They ain't gonna push the truth. It ain't good to push the truth in boxing. Cause the truth is he was never the boogeyman. The truth is these younger guys fighting tougher guys than these older guys is. You can't put Tank Davis' resume up next to certain guys right now. Tim Tszyu the same age as Tank Davis. We see what type of fights he taking. And that's my thing right there. Like people want, and this is what's crazy. I'm gonna expose this too, because people, I notice a lot of people are fans of Boots and Tank. If you're a fan of Boots and Tank, why do you want Boots to fight Crawford, but you don't want Tank to fight the best guys out there like Shakur and everything? Why are you okay with Shakur fighting these guys, but then when Boots, who's younger and hasn't been on the scene as much, but he's why does he have all the pressure on him more than a guy like Tank does? And we already know the situation with Boots. And Tank Davis can pick whoever he want. Ain't nobody finna turn down no Tank Davis fight. Like everybody, like let's cut it out. Like for real. If we gonna start capping like that, like I'm gonna be done even like talking about bro. Because it's already, when you talking about Tank, you ain't gonna really get the truth from a lot of people. They never brought up the sparring videos about Frank Martin until recently. When Devin Haney was sitting out here talking about that he beat Tank Davis in sparring, everybody act like they ain't never seen the sparring video before. Then magically the sparring video come out and it's 50 dudes in the video that acting like they ain't never seen Tank and Devin Haney spar before. Now, what was all these 50 dudes that seen Tank and Davis spar in the video. Where these guys been at? And I'm supposed to believe all these guys when they sit up here and interview. That's why I don't watch interviews. Niggas is lying. Everybody on these videos sitting around in the video watching these guys spar 10 years ago. They ain't gonna sit around and have Tank. Oh yeah, I was cracking these dudes. No. Come on, man. I seen the video already. You'll know if Tank cracked somebody. They gonna be on their knees and trying to get up. The same. Y'all seen how Devin Haney was trying to get up versus Ryan Garcia? I ain't seen. They'll say it was headgear on. Hey, Devin Haney got a chin, don't he? He's 16 years old. You can punch through that. You can punch through that. If you really like that. There's plenty of guys that got knocked down in sparring like that. Hold on. Tank be sparring heavyweights, I heard, and all the other stuff. Come on, man. Yeah, but like I was saying, well, but what I was saying was, from what I see in the video, a lot of people been capping. Ain't no real boxing news coming out. Ain't no real boxing news coming out no more. I'm surrounded by cap, by narratives, by AI. These dudes is walking, talking AI. They all saying the same thing, and it's all lies. They all start saying Matias was the boogeyman at the same time, and all these dudes quiet now at the same time. I ain't sell my. See, these dudes really. See, y'all think these. I ain't even gonna say that because they're gonna try to flag me if I say that. A lot of these people selling out for views, and the fans just go for it. Just to sit up here and hear a guy say, "Oh well, I think Matias the boogeyman." Oh well, I agree with him. I said, "Nah, I don't think he the boogeyman." Oh, you're a hater. Dislike. Was I wrong? Yeah. Was I wrong though? Let's see how much of a hater I was now. Was I wrong? So was Liam Paro not the best fight for Matias? We got about at least 10. We got Barbosa over here. We got Teofimo. We got Devin Haney. We got Ryan Garcia. We got Pitbull at 40. We got Jose Ramirez. Yeah, Gary Russell. We got Puyo. What else we got? I know they got Adam Azim. They got Dalton Smith. All these guys ducking. Boogeyman. Y'all don't know how extreme that sounds? Y'all could have gave anybody that title. Y'all, Terrence Crawford ain't never been no boogeyman. But he is. Yeah. Yeah, the sport falling off, man. You know the sport falling off when a guy, Terrence Crawford, he undefeated. Got 10 straight knockouts against elite competition. Not the boogeyman. I'll never understand that. How is he not how is Terrence Crawford not the boogeyman? He's sitting up here hunting down Canelo right now. Going through all these weight classes. People saying, hey, Terrence Crawford, fight this guy, fight that guy, fight that guy. Okay, I'll fight him. So he the only person that's fighting who the fans want him to fight. And he's not the boogeyman? So do y'all know what a boogeyman is? Or do I have to explain that too? Along with the weight bully thing I've been breaking down. Tired of them narratives, people talking about weight bullies. That's the most insulting thing you can say about a boxer. Oh, you're a weight bully. Y'all don't even know how things go. If somebody else cutting weight, what you want me to do? Go in there with the same? Well, they need to change the rules. The rules ain't no rules. Y'all just said Ostarine is okay. Ain't no rules. The limits and everything ain't no rules. You got a problem with it? Go down and wait. Tank Davis was 133. He can go down to 130. Ain't no rules. And I've been telling people Tank Davis was gonna be at close to 130 because he waiting on Inoue. If it don't happen, it don't happen. But if it can, it can. But he in excellent shape though. He doing a good job as far as all that. But the 20 pounds over issue, man, I seen some pictures with Tank Davis bigger than what Devin Haney was 5 or 10 years ago, when he was real big. So the complaint about 20 pounds, 25 pounds of boxing, especially Ryan Garcia. Anybody step in the ring with Ryan Garcia or think about it, they ain't got no issues with somebody being a weight bully. That's a huge narrative. That's a huge narrative being pushed. Man, all these guys been lying, man. They been saying, yeah, Matias, man, he getting dumped by all these guys, and a lot of these guys weight bullies anyway. Man, a lot of these guys been in the same weight class forever, 10 years. Please quit calling 25-year-olds weight bullies when we got boxers who've been in the same weight class for 20 years. Don't call a guy a weight bully. Most of these guys don't move up in weight anyways. They don't move up in weight classes. So y'all gotta appreciate who's actually changing the sport of boxing. A lot of people wouldn't even think about pound for pound until certain fighters start doing it, like Pacquiao and Floyd. Now you got Terrence Crawford taking it to a whole nother level, fighting the elite guys who the fans want him to fight. All them times Floyd was fighting, nobody was sitting there saying, "Hey, Floyd, fight this guy. Then fight him. Then fight him." Well, technically, he started doing it sometimes, but it was later than what people was asking for. But even right now, people like, hey, we want to see Terrence Crawford fight Marjamal, Tim Tszyu, Canelo. They're like, okay, make it happen. And all these years, I've been having to hear people say he ducking. So Terrence Crawford want to wait until he's 36 years old to fight Canelo. Make that make sense. People say he ain't good enough, he's too small. Nah, I don't believe that. I've seen Lomachenko undersized and beat a lot of guys up at 35. But yeah, the sport changing, man. These guys better start learning about certain things. Saying certain things in boxing is extreme, man. Like Boogeyman, I told people I made a whole live video. I made a whole live video saying Boogeyman. Do y'all know what a Boogeyman is in boxing? Like in boxing, you don't run around and just say certain people are Boogeyman. It takes like 20, bro. That's like once every 20 years, probably 15 years. People actually fighting guys. I mean, technically, if Pacquiao was a Boogeyman, you look back, cause I don't see nothing about Canelo jumping in the ring with Pacquiao around that time. But maybe Canelo trying to get him at 54 or something. I don't know. That would have been a big risk fighting Pacquiao before Floyd. I'm gonna just be real. If he would have fought Pacquiao before Floyd, he would have never fought Floyd. So I'm pretty sure that they picked the Floyd fight before they picked the trying to put him in there with Pacquiao. Yeah, it's a lot of guys. Now Pacquiao, he was a boogeyman. He was moving up. These other guys, they getting credit for stuff that they ain't doing. That's why I said, man, the boogeyman and stuff. I'm just being fair, bro. As y'all can see, it's turning out more like how I say than these other guys. Just to be honest with you, it's turning out more like I said, because everybody ain't going up like moving up in weight like some of these guys. And just if you look at Tank's resume just from afar, bro, like if you compare, I'm just being real. If you compare Adrian Broner's resume, people said Maidana was a problem. Everybody said that, bro. You can't. Everybody brings up that Maidana fight. Oh, he got destroyed by Maidana. You think Tank would have won in that destroyed Maidana? Is anybody that Tank fought as good as Maidana? At 24 years old. Now Tank 29 right now. At 24, what would Tank have done with Maidana that almost got 100% KO rate? And Maidana only lost to what? Floyd. The other guys he lost to was beast too. But I'm talking about later on when he got to about 30 years old. That wasn't no easy fight. So yeah, that's what I look at. And if you compare Maidana and a guy like Pitbull Cruz, probably say Maidana probably slightly a little bit better. Because he's older. He was older too. So Pitbull only like 25. He was only like 23 when he fought Tank. 23, 22. So one of Tank's toughest fights is what? Pitbull at 23, 22 years old? I don't know a Pitbull in his prime yet. He's only 25 right now. A lot of these guys still growing. That's why I bring up, okay, if Tank fight Ryan Garcia again, that's cool and everything. But I haven't heard anybody setting up no fights for Ryan Garcia. I don't know how long Ryan Garcia gonna be around if he lose three fights in a row. If Ryan Garcia fights Shakur, well not Shakur, but if he fight Pitbull, Tank, and who's another guy? Tiafimo. So what he gonna do with those fights? That's how I'm looking at it. Like, what is he gonna do in those fights? Is Ryan Garcia gonna go out there and beat Tank? What? Because of the 5 pounds or whatever the rehydration he was talking about that everybody believing, the excuse everybody believe now, the only excuse I ever heard people believe, and the other stuff too. So with him, the weight matter. And that's crazy how people said, man, yeah, guys need to be at the same weight. They don't need to be trying to fight over. So if Ryan Garcia was complaining about being at 35, that means he was fighting over, right? He was over, but he's not considered a weight bully. So, but if he can't make the weight, and that's funny, I'm gonna tell y'all something else too. Y'all see how everybody was laughing at Frank Martin for being weight drained. When nobody laughing at Ryan Garcia for being weight drained. Or Josh Taylor. I done seen Josh Taylor weight drained too in that Catterall fight the first time. Not considered weight bullies too, right? But you'll have Tank come out and say, yeah, Devin Haney, you know, all these guys 25 over. Blah, 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 blah. Last time I checked, Ryan Garcia can't even make 140. Even Pitbull said, hey, I just got to 140. I ain't trying to fight no guys that's 47. I'm really a 35. I just came up to get this belt real quick. I'm glad these fights are happening. Not because I want to see guys losing nothing like that. I'm not no dirtbag like that. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It got everything to do with fans getting educated about the jab. See, they were so enamored by the knockouts. The jab is what happened last night. That's what won fights last night. It was only 2 knockdowns last night, and one of them was a prelim fight. What else? We see that everybody have certain narratives for guys who lost. So Devin Haney walked through all those punches with Ryan Garcia. He was still walking forward. Let me tell y'all something. Right, Frank Martin was landing on Tank Davis all those rounds. He still didn't walk forward. Devin Haney walked forward the whole fight after he got knocked down by Ryan Garcia. Those first 11 rounds. And 12th round, he was still walking forward. And we got to beg other guys to walk forward after getting cracked like that. And look how Devin Haney got up from them punches that Ryan Garcia did. Bro, y'all don't understand. A warrior. A goddamn warrior. He won so much respect for me in a loss than in a win. None of these guys. Oh, okay, yeah. I already know. You know how it's rough on Sunday. Oh yeah, happy Father's Day to everybody out there, man. Happy Father's Day to my dog PD, man. Cause he's sunning y'all out here. If y'all see how Ryan Garcia, you see how Devin Haney got up off the ground after getting knocked down by Ryan Garcia all them times? Look how hard it was for Frank Martin to get up off the ground. Boy, that t-shirt was too crazy. I was gonna post it on the page. Cause if you oh yeah, you already know, dog. Yeah, Ryan, I was gonna put it on the page last night, Ryan with a t-shirt on there, but I was like, man, I ain't even gonna. This dude is insane. Yeah, I ain't got no problem with Ryan Garcia. I just don't like these fans, these new guys that showed up. Who are they? What school they came from? I feel like a senior and all these ninth graders are trying to tell me what to do. I've been here. Yeah, that's how I feel about the Ryan Garcia situation. Cause they be like, man, Ryan, he getting done wrong. Like, man, just leave it alone, man. Let's move on. Tank said he gonna jump in the ring, man. What y'all complaining about? If I was a fan of Ryan Garcia right now, I'd be saying, hey, man, Tank, when that fight gonna happen again? That's it. You know Tank want to fight Ryan Garcia again. Why would you get a runaround as far as trying to fight somebody? Nobody want to fight Ryan Garcia right now. I don't know if anybody know that. Nobody's calling out Ryan Garcia. Ain't nobody chasing no paydays because they know that'll be their last payday. Ryan on that Sunny D. So nobody's asking Ryan Garcia to fight. I tell real boxing news over here. I'm gonna tell you. If y'all can tell me if I'm wrong right now. Who is willing to jump in the ring with Ryan Garcia right now? Guaranteed. I heard people say Conor Ben. No, I think if I'm Conor Ben and I heard Tank Davis saying something, I'd rather jump in the ring with a Tank Davis right now. See what he talking about. He talking about if Tank Davis talking about fighting me, that means he'll fight at 40 or 47 or something. So yeah, that only makes sense. Ain't nobody turning down no Tank fight for Ryan Garcia. That's insane. So I definitely see that as a situation, but man, people, I'm telling you, getting knocked down and getting up is not easy. Frank Martin could not get up last night. That's why Devin Haney getting up off the ground like he did, he is a warrior. He is a beast. No, people ain't gonna do stuff like that. That's a different kind of person that get up off the ground like that. Just like I was saying about Frank Martin being able to knock down Virgil Ortiz in the amateur, start boxing at 17, and he was able in 12 years to get in front of Tank Davis and fight him. Everybody can't do that. It's not guys in other countries that's just doing that on the regular. That's not easy. That's alien stuff. But you know, fans don't give guys certain accomplishments. They think Frank Martin been boxing 30 years. So, you know, they're going to look at it different. But overall, man, Tank Davis, he got to start fighting people that his fans, because I'm a fan of everybody. But for some reason, I'm seeing fans on the internet now, they'll run around saying, oh, this is a Devin Haney channel. This is a Tank Davis channel. Now, every channel I've been seeing look like a Matias channel. Now, are y'all going to go around and troll these Matias channels? I want y'all to be on the lookout for that. I want y'all to be on the lookout for any of these channels trolling about Matias, because they've been trolling everybody else this year. Everybody who lost. Everybody who lost this year been getting trolled. So I want to see how much trolling they're gonna do on him. I said, hey man, he could possibly lose to Liam Paro. Oh man, he don't know boxing. I'm out of here. He said that Matias can lose to Liam Paro. That'll never happen. He's the boogeyman. None of these guys want to fight him. Nobody. None of these guys want to fight him. I'm telling you. The people who've been saying that lately, haven't they been losing? Dog walked them. Dog walked them. You know what's crazy? PD, in the 7th round, Paro was like, man, I'm finna give up, boy. And then his trainer was like, man, you gave him a real speech like you supposed to do. And in the 9th round, Matias was looking like, man, I'm struggling. And I was looking like, whoa, he's tripping. Yeah, it was, hey, man, that fight was crazy. He was looking crazy that 9th round. I'm like, I know he ain't let Paro just get back in, because Paro was letting the fight slip away around that time. I said, I know he ain't just let Paro just take his will a little bit. Hey, go back and look at that 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th round. Matias, he wasn't being aggressive like that. He let the fight go away. That's why he looking like he is now. He know what happened. That was a good fight, man. That was a classic. Real talk. That was a classic. But that's what happened when you fight real competition. I told people, man, PD was in my live when I said this a couple of months ago. He know everything I said. PD know I got on here and I said that Boogeyman, it's not that many Boogeyman in boxing like that. Like over the past 10, 15, 20 years. Nah, that don't happen. Terrence Crawford is a Boogeyman because he's jumping weight classes and he's knocking guys out as he's moving up. He's moving up, knocking out guys. Y'all got a guy y'all can be calling the Boogeyman that can't even knock out Liam Paro. Terrence Crawford going out knocking out other guys in other weight classes. But he not considered a Boogeyman? Man, please. Y'all better figure out what these guys really doing out here. And PD, I was saying this earlier, PD. I'm glad you're here because I gotta ask you this. Now, is it too much of me to ask? Now, is this a good comparison? Because you was here the other day. Now, if Maidana is fighting Bronner at 24, right? If Bronner is fighting Maidana at 24, does Tank have anything on his resume that's as difficult as Bronner fighting Maidana at 24 years old? Because Tank is 29 right now. So what's harder? Fighting Maidana at 24 or what Tank Davis or any of those fights that Tank Davis had on his resume? Like from the Frank Martin, the Ryan Garcia. Are any of those fights tougher than what Bronner did, the fight against Maidana? Because, you know, around that time, Maidana. Exactly. But if I sit up here and say that the day after the fight, though, they'll consider that hating. But they don't realize that we've been talking like this for 20 years. Whether it was Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Zav Judah, Floyd Mayweather. We've always done this. Floyd Mayweather fought Marquez, and we like, okay, who next? What about Pacquiao? You gonna fight him? He beat De La Hoya. They're like, what about Pacquiao? No, y'all keep asking me about this Pacquiao guy. Yeah. What about Pacquiao? Yeah, so I don't know what the problem is. People will get on here and say, man, y'all hating on Tank, man. He just won yesterday. Okay. Did you know who Frank Martin was before Tank fought him? Because I did. I don't, because the fans that Tank got now, they don't know who these guys are until Tank fights them. Then they'll try to say, oh, Tank fighting the best. Nobody can mess with Tank. What you mean nobody can mess with Tank? So do you think the guy that Tank fought, he's on the same level as Shakur or Lomachenko or even an Andy Cruz, who's an Olympian? If he's having trouble with boxers, and another thing too, why does Tank Why is Tank the only guy? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's a beast though, you know. But why is Tank the only guy I've seen? He get credit for his knockouts, and everybody else who get outboxed while they looking for a knockout. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. I don't want to compare. I don't want to compare it to Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson fought some dogs. Like you can't. He can't fight. He fought Lennox Lewis, and then you got to realize, PD. Mike Tyson got out of jail, and people are like, yeah, yeah. What about that Mike? What about that Lennox Lewis? And what about you fighting Evander Holyfield? Now, I ain't the same fighter, as I was before I went to jail. It's all right. What about those fights though? I ain't hear nobody sitting up here talking about some y'all just hating on Mike Tyson, man. He just got out of jail. Okay, you gonna fight Lennox them though? I think the standard is getting low in America, man, as far as boxing. It's too many. It's great performances and stuff, but he's fighting guys that he should be fight. I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna actually say this. He should be fighting guys he should have been fighting in his 30s. And the guys that he's in his prime right now. So the guys he should be fighting right now is Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson and everybody. But a Frank Martin fight would be good 2 or 3 years from now. But I just took the Frank Martin fight from him because the expectations are so low. The standard is so low. If Floyd would have fought a Frank Martin, everybody would have lost their mind. Oh, Floyd fighting Frank Martin. Oh, he want me to pay $100 to see this? I ain't trying to see Floyd fight no Frank Martin. He could have fought Pacquiao. We've been waiting on a Pacquiao fight. Y'all don't understand that? Y'all just did that with Terrence Crawford. Oh, Terrence Crawford, yeah, he beat Earl Spence, but he ain't trying to fight Boots. What about Boots? Why Terrence Crawford ain't fighting Boots? Why Boots can't get his chance? Oh, I guess everybody running from Boots. Don't nobody want to give Boots his shot. Y'all see the pattern? But when it comes to Tank, and I try to do the same thing. Oh no, y'all hating on Tank. He just knocked out so and so, and yeah, I know he just knocked them out, bro. But I've been trying to see Tank fight Lomachenko for like 4 or 5 years now. But I think too many people who don't know the whole situation comment on everything. We still got people that don't even know why Tank fought for Frank Martin. They say Frank Martin they good, but Tank Davis picked them though. So why are we saying the guy that Tank Davis picked that he thinks good? I think Frank Martin's good. Why are y'all saying that he's trash? So y'all saying that Tank fighting trash fighters? Why y'all the only ones that can say that? And not saying that he's trash. I'm just saying they'll say, "Oh, he got knocked out. He trash." He picked him. Y'all saying he's a guy that he picked. That means you don't know how good Frank Martin is. And then you'll hear a lot of people say, "Well, I didn't know he was that good." Tank, please stop getting in the ring with fighters that the fans don't know how good they are. Too many fighters out here getting in the ring with Tank Davis, and people saying, "I ain't know Eastside Cruz was that good." Oh, I ain't know Frank Martin was that good. Man, get in the ring with somebody we know who's good, please. Dang, that's why Turkey Allen she got here like, man, let's make the fights, man. How much y'all need? I know what this about. How much money y'all need? This ain't about no ducking. What y'all talking about? Now the fans like, oh, Turkey Al Sheik saving boxing. No, Turkey Al Sheik is exposing y'all. Turkey Al Sheik is exposing the fans. Because people sitting around here talking about um the ducking and all that stuff going on. Yeah, yesterday showed that ain't no ducking going on. Oh yeah, I did the UK fights too, man. I got my best. I got my picks right on the UK fight yesterday. I picked Jack Massey to beat Isaac Chamberlain. Then I picked the Billum Smith fight yesterday to beat Richard Riakpo. I feel like Riakpo probably beat him though. I ain't gonna cap. But I picked Billum Smith to win, so I ain't mad. But I think Riakpo probably beat him. He did a better job this time than he did last time. He ain't get no knockdown, but he did a good job. But yeah, it was a lot of fights on yesterday. It had to be like 10 fights on. Well, 10 different fight cards. But it was at least like 40, 50 fights on yesterday. I heard something about Chael Sonnen was supposed to fight Silva last night. Was that true? Look that up real quick. Oh man, Chael Sonnen fought Silva last night. I missed it though. By the time I was still on live. Damn, I gotta watch that. Did anybody watch Silva and Chael Sonnen fight last night? I don't see no blood. Oh, Chael Sonnen won. To a draw. Oh, it was a bad boxing match. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was going against one of the best. I thought it was gonna go 12 rounds. Yeah, I picked 12 rounds. Benavidez was gonna go in the fight. Yeah, that 175 make a difference, man. Yeah, they fought last night after Tank Davis, I guess, or around the time they was fighting. Yeah, that 175 is a huge weight difference, boy. He can't play around like that. He talking about he gonna go back to 68, but he talking about he gonna go back to 68. We gotta see. I felt like he did a good job. He just gotta get time to adjust, man. And a lot of people didn't realize it. These sparring partners, just because you sparred a guy, just like Vozit, I'm pretty sure he fight better in the ring than he do in the sparring match. Some of these guys like that. They show up when them lights come on, especially them Ukrainian fighters. You probably beat them up in sparring all day. As soon as you get in the ring, it's a different guy. You're like, whoa. Yeah, he getting a check just like you is. Oh yeah, he's an animal. And it also shows how hard it is for Bitterbill. That's why I got Bitterbill beating Bibble, man. That's one of the reasons why I got Bitterbill beating Bibble. That's definitely one of the reasons why. Everybody said, yeah, Bibble gonna beat Bitterbill. Nah, not fight like that. Yeah, I think Benavidez just had man, old boy showed up, man. For real. When I seen Usyk show up for the fight, I said, old boy going 12 rounds. You ain't finna have your dude come all the way across the world after just being Tyson Fury in the match to see you fight Benavidez, and you ain't finna go 12 rounds. That ain't. It's small things like that, but yeah. A lot of people say Vozit was gonna beat Benavidez. You say you think it destroy? Ooh, it's gonna be a good fight, boy. I do think it'll be a reach, but I had to go with you. You probably right about that. But you have been saying it already though, right? But I gotta agree with you on that. I think Benavidez just took a different approach last night. He didn't jab as much as I usually see him jab. I don't know if he was trying to go for a knockout or what last night. Him focusing on that not throwing that jab last night was a problem. That definitely was a problem. And the old boy, he was walking forward. He was on the back foot. He was moving lateral. Benavidez couldn't jab with him. Trying to throw them hooks around the jab. He had a nasty his eye was swollen on the side too, man. But he did a good job though. I was impressed with what he did. He had a big challenge. A lot of people thought he was gonna stop Voz. Oh, I ain't see that coming. That's 175, man. That's a big weight difference. So I definitely was like, nah, he ain't gonna do it. I ain't hear none of the post fights last night. I had it all on mute. I ain't hear no call outs last night. I heard Regis Prograde put up a post saying that he'll fight Paro next. And I was saying that earlier, PD. I heard a lot of people saying, well, Regis Prograde should fight Matias or Paro next. And I'm like, bro, y'all talking about everybody running from Matias them. And y'all trying to fight a guy that Devin Haney already just dropped. Then they're trying to use the excuse of, oh, he was 20 pounds over, so don't fight him. Yeah, Regis trying to stay back in the picture, man. So he put up a post about him versus Paro. Then he got on the thing last night talking about he ain't see Paro until he ain't watched the fight till the 12th round. So you didn't think Paro was gonna win then? Talking about you ain't start watching the fight till the 12th round. Come on, man. Why should he get his man? I mean, I would have liked to see him in the ring, but come on, man. After that comment he made about that weight bully stuff, he done started a whole. Now it's something else for these fans to say American fighters do now. Weight bullies. Now we got an American fighter. They got other fans from other countries calling American fighters weight bullies. And I'm supposed to co-sign this dude. No. I'm doing my journalistic ways are totally different. That's why I may not get another. I may not never get an interview, and I'm not looking to do that because they want you to sit up here and lie and push narratives. I ain't pushing no narratives. Devin Haney he got the hardest challenges. Devin Haney out here sparring with Liam Paro, and these dudes can't even beat him in a real fight. That's why I said when I put that video out, I said, "Wow, why is Matias fighting Devin Haney's sparring partner?" And people said, "What you talking about? Liam Paro good." I said, "I know that." I said, but he said everybody ducking him. And what did Devin Haney say a couple of months ago? I'll fight Matias. Yeah, he looked crazy, man. A lot of people still pushing it though. Tank just said, "Oh, PD, I'm gonna say something else to you too. Did you see Gary Russell lose last night?" Yeah, he gonna end up fighting Paro. Paro called out Devin Haney recently, so he gonna end up fighting him. That's a little hint I'll drop right now. I'm gonna go ahead and do that video when I get off of here. But I forgot to tell you that Paro called out Devin Haney a couple of weeks ago. But nobody said nothing about it because they didn't think Paro would win. So they ain't watched none of his interviews. A lot of people didn't watch his interviews. They didn't think he'll win. I seen a lot of guys who used to be on my channel that was over there with Liam Paro interviews, right? And guess what they were doing? Talking trash about Liam Paro. So they mad I went dick riding Matias. They like, oh. Huh? What you mean? Oh yeah. You did. He lost to Puyo. Man, guess what Gary Russell said, man? He sat up here and said in an interview the other day, and I had forgot, and I had forgot about this because I seen it the other day. He said that PEDs don't help you in boxing. It don't help you become a better boxer. Right? He said that, right? I had forgot about this until I had just looked up Puyo again. Well, Puyo that took PEDs. He didn't got caught with PEDs before. So you just lost to a guy who done took PEDs before, but you just said the other day, oh, PEDs don't make a difference. Ah, bro, that's hilarious. Dude he just lost to a guy who was on PEDs before in the past. And he said PEDs don't matter. It's about the skills. I hope this dude pop PEDs because I'm gonna be like, nope, he not guilty. Not guilty. I don't want to hear nothing. You lost. These dudes sound crazy out here. These dudes sound crazy. It's hard to have friends in America when niggas talking like this. I'm gonna be real with y'all. When niggas be talking like that, it be hard to have friends in America and support. It really is. This dude said right before he fought a guy who fell for PEDs before, oh, that don't matter. And got your tail whooped. It's hard to be, oh my God. That type of thinking is ridiculous. And got outboxed bad. And I wanted to get on here and give bro credit, but he pissed me off saying that crap so much the other day. Man, hell no. Nah. I'm good. That don't even got. That sound crazy. These niggas been crying about John Jones taking PEDs the whole time, and you like, oh, that don't matter. Man, get out of here, boy. Man, I'm telling y'all, hey, how we gonna have? It's hard to pick friends, man. When you got people like this. Yeah, that half step was killing him. What was that? Hey, what was that kept catching him? Was that a left hand? Was that a right hand? Yeah, he can make one. He can make 135. He said he don't want to fight at 135 because his brother right there, man. You better cut that weight and get to 35. Yeah, absolutely. Puyo he fought a beautiful fight. I'm not gonna lie to you. PD saying everything. That was a straight left. Okay. Okay. I thought I was tripping. So that was a straight left. He was looping that thing too. Hey, you seen how he was? Hey, PD, I'm gonna say something else too. You seen how Puyo was throwing them angles on them hooks? I seen that on the highlights when he was throwing them hooks like angle. You know how that guy that was on Street Fighter with them stretchy arms? I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm dead ass. You know the dude that had them stretchy arms on Street Fighters? Yeah, they both were southpaw. That's what I was thinking of just now. You know that guy that was on Street Fighter with them long arms? That's what Puyo was looking like. He was like, whoosh, whoosh. Yeah, Dawson. He looked just like Dawson last night. That's what he was doing on Gary Russell. That's exactly what he was doing. Perfect analogy. Yo, good fight. That's exactly the perfect analogy. Hey, he was putting them hands on him, dog. That man said PEDs don't matter. Okay. Yeah, that's what Puyo was doing. Puyo was out there stretching them. Man, dudes be sleeping. Yeah, I gotta pull this picture up now. Yeah, I gotta pull this picture up since you just said that. That man said Dawson. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's exactly what he was looking like last night. The dude off Street Fighters. Bro, I'm telling you, dudes don't know how hard it is to talk that smack. Nah, it ain't no boogeyman out here. These dudes, it ain't no boogeyman. All they doing is fighting in real 50-50 fights now. The only boogeyman in boxing right now is Terrence Crawford, and it's finna be Usyk. Right now, Usyk. I wouldn't say Usyk because I know a couple of people that will fight Usyk. I wouldn't consider that a boogeyman, because we got proof that dudes is really running from Terrence Crawford. I'm just gonna be 100. Dudes is really running from Terrence Crawford, so I would say more so him. But the boogeyman, they just getting slayed. Yeah, that was crazy. I seen that when he cuffed his head and pulled. Bro, did you see that? I'm glad he said that when he cupped his head. How did he do that with the glove? Did you, man? See, he seen something crazy. See what he's talking about was insane last night. That was one of the craziest things I said last night. I mean, I seen last night when Gary Russell like leaning over, he's like pushed his head. I was like, whoa. Yeah, that was one of the craziest things I seen last night. That's exactly what Puyo. Yeah, he got them paws, man. I seen his when I was watching his highlights, I kept saying to myself, he don't do nothing wrong. He don't put himself in a bad position. Hey, that's what he was looking like last night against Gary Russell. He had them, them long arms. Bro was like, whoosh, whoosh. I was like, man, you need to pick some angles or something. Yeah, that was insane, dog. He was scared to rush in. He was getting tired. I seen his face getting puffy around the middle rounds. I said, oh yeah, he need to start. But it goes to show, man, people don't understand how hard it is to win these fights. That could have happened to Devin Haney against Regis Program. That could have happened to Tank against Eastside Cruz or anybody. Like, bro, it happens. It definitely happens. But when you talk that trash out here and say these guys ain't ready, you gotta be ready to back it up. Gotta be ready to back it up. That's the hardest part. Man, I'm trying to remember. I turned it up like 3 times. I'm trying to figure out if I heard something. I know he was telling him like be aggressive and to jab and kind of turn him a little bit, things like that. But I didn't hear too much. I turned it up when that Paro fight came on because I needed to hear that 7th round. I caught a good piece of the corner on that, but I ain't hear too many corners last night. I'm not gonna lie, because I had it on my TV and I had so many devices going on, so I ain't want to turn it up in the background. But I heard some of it through the headphones. I ain't hear too much through the corners, man. I'm gonna have to watch it over. You heard anything last night? Oh, you said you ain't had the volume up. Yeah, I don't be having that volume on. That volume is terrible. People were saying Liam Paro the zone was being biased last night for Liam Paro. Shoot, Liam Paro was putting them hands on bro last night. It was crazy because they interviewed Matias' coach and he was like, yeah, he finna turn it up in a minute. I'm like, man, he tripping. I'm like, he better hurry up and turn it on now. This fight finna be over. It's the 6th, 7th round. Yeah, man. PD, I was telling everybody, bro, them 50-50 fights. It's gonna be a lot of upsets this year. Because most of it is hype. They hyping these guys up. They want to see certain people lose. But like I was saying the other day, man, Devin Haney actually, him losing and other things actually put more pressure on these other guys. So now everybody's expecting to get on the big fight like him. They expect Matias, hey, you supposed to fight a big fight. Liam Paro was a big fight for him, and look what happened. So the other names that he been calling out, I've been telling y'all, no, that ain't realistic. Not right now. Oh, they ducking him. No, they're not ducking him. He just not ready right now. I know he's 32 years old. I've been telling people I know Matias 32 years old, but he need a couple of fights under him right now. So I know he's 32, but he need a couple of fights. No, he can fight the best guys right now. He'll stop him. Then Tank come out. Matias the boogeyman. Keyshawn Davis. Oh, they scared of Matias at 140. He the best at 140. I'm like, y'all know boxing and y'all run around here telling my bro the best fighter at 140. I'm like, okay, bro. So it's so much talent at 135 and 140. It's gonna be we're gonna figure out who don't want to fight nobody in a minute. Turkey out of sheet gonna help us find out which one of these guys don't want to get in the ring with certain people. We already figuring out Canelo don't want. Canelo needs $200 million to get in the ring with people. So Canelo, he worse than Floyd. Ain't nobody have to pay Canelo. Floyd $200 million to fight Canelo. So Canelo worse than Floyd. So we starting to figure out who's the real boxers that want to fight everybody, and who don't. And I just know that if Devin Haney would have fought Liam Paro or Frank Martin last night, y'all would have said he fighting a bum and he was supposed to win. But when Tank Davis fight him, he next level. Ain't nobody can mess with Tank. Nah. Y'all gonna hear real news over here. Somebody can mess with Tank. Tank just took advantage of a guy with with little experience. Little experience. And to be honest with you, when Tank Davis' career over with, you know what a lot of y'all gonna say, and I realize this now. A lot of y'all gonna say, hey man, I wish he would have fought this person, that person, that person. It's gonna be a lot of people that y'all gonna wish he would have fought. I'm telling you. It's gonna be a lot of people y'all gonna wish he would have fought. That's gonna be the worst part about his career. Not saying that his career bad or anything, but it's gonna be, if y'all talking about Ryan Garcia rematch and the Eastside Cruz rematch, that mean a Keyshawn Davis fight that wouldn't happen or something else like that. So, but I don't think Keyshawn trying to fight him anyway, from what I'm hearing. I'm trying to see guys who really want to fight people. Like I'm saying, that's why with Devin Haney, everybody's not really a super fan of Devin Haney just because we want to support a certain fighter. No, him and people like Ryan Garcia, they fighting tough fights. That's all it is. They're fighting tough fights. And that's what we want to see. We don't want to see these little fights where guys are just putting stuff together. Oh, he said I bought the card. That was great overall. Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah, it was an excellent card. Yeah, that's good, man. It was a very good card. Did you see that first that prelim fight when that young guy Villarreal, when he was stopping him, that older guy to the body? He knocked the guy with a body punch last night. Yeah, man. Old boy was putting them hands on Gary Russell last night, though, man. He was punching around that glove. It was a close fight, though. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that first fight, hey, I wrote it down too. What I had said. That first fight was the best round I've seen all year. And that first round, that was the best first round I've seen all year. Yeah, that Villarreal fight, that was that super featherweight. He knocked that guy down with 3 body shots. Didn't even aim for his head. So that's one of the best things I've ever seen. You stop a guy with body shots, that's different. Yeah, a lot of people try to go for the knockout last night, though. Just like with Elijah Garcia, man, he you know what's crazy? I thought Kyron Davis was gonna fight like that the whole time. But then Elijah Garcia comes out taking his time. But the 10th round, man, he was hitting Kyron Davis with some shots. His nose was bleeding. He was hitting him with some shots, but he waited too late. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's new names in the mix. I mean, all these guys been ranked already. It's just people that think some of these guys will lose, so some of these guys get replaced. I wouldn't, I wouldn't say a lot of new names get in the mix. Most of these guys getting replaced. I've been trying to tell people about these book. They gave 3B. They gave me so much a hard time about saying Matias ain't a boogeyman. I'm like, bro, he ain't a boogeyman. I'm like, he not a boogeyman, dog. Oh, he got 20. He got 100% KO rate. He got a loss. Oh, bro, I'm telling you, they said Matias was smoking 20 blunts a day, drinking gin. He took a guy life in the ring. They was bragging about that. Oh, he took a guy life in the ring. You know, a guy. I'm like, bro, nobody brags about stuff like that in boxing. That's disgusting, bro. What are y'all? What y'all on? Yeah, it's horrible defense. He thought he was going. What's crazy is that last round he was putting the beats on him, but I don't know who he thought he was. He thought he had power like Tank or something. Garcia thought he had power like Tank last night, and just it was a horrible game plan. Trying to walk the guy down like that, and he could jab. Garcia can actually jab, and to not jab, that was not a smart idea. He did exactly what Kyron Davis wanted him to do. Kyron Davis did an excellent job boxing too. His trainer's a beast. That guy Stephen Breadman Edwards, he a problem. Yeah, man. I tried to go over the bets Friday though. A lot of people weren't trying to go over the bets though. I tried to go over all the bets Friday, but everybody didn't want to go over it. So I was like, forget it. I'm just gonna do it on my own. Tried to help people get some money Friday, but and I don't know what part of Boston people be on, man. I really don't. They be so fanned out, they don't even want to look for an upset. It's like it's crazy. That's why I be separating myself from everything else. See, if I would have been listening to everybody else, I wouldn't even thought about a Liam Paro last night. Or a Puyo possibly beating the Gary Russell. That's why I don't like putting my predictions out, because I change it before the fight start. I don't care. A lot of this stuff matter. Man, that Kyron Davis was a bigger upset than Puyo was betting wise. Puyo and Leon Paro was around the same thing. Well, nah, Puyo was a bigger than Leon Paro, but Kyron Davis was a bigger upset. He was like, man, betting wise. Hey, you know what's crazy? What I was gonna do, PD? I was gonna go down and do all upsets last night on the PBC card. I was gonna do upset for. I was just gonna go down the line. I was gonna do Puyo, Goucher. I was gonna do Volzik, and I was gonna do Frank Martin. If I would have did that, I would at least got what? But that was really only one upset though, so it was like nah. So I really stayed away from it. I just went on over to the Liam Paro fight. That was the only one I was for sure about. To be honest with you, that was the only one I was for sure about, really. And I changed that at the last minute. Yeah, Puyo, like I was saying when I was watching his highlights, it wasn't nothing. He wasn't one of those guys who was putting himself in a bad position to get beat up bad. So I was like, and I was looking at him, I was like, it ain't nothing good about him except he throw these wild. And people don't understand when I say that. When I say a boxer throw wild punches, like crazy angles, that's what I was explaining. He was stretching them like Dawson, he was just saying. Off Street Fighter. His arms were stretching around Gary Russell. He's throwing that straight left. It was curling around, almost like a long hook. and he couldn't do nothing with him. There was some good fights on last night. I'm glad it wasn't no knockouts. I didn't want to see too many knockouts. I wanted to see some good boxing. It was a very good card. Yeah, PBC doing their thing on these cards. They won some month, but they're doing some good cards. I don't know what the next card is. I think it's the August card. So they're not gonna have a card for July? So they're not gonna have a card for July? That's pretty weird. Let's see. I guess the August card is the next one. I don't know. Man, they don't even got a fight schedule up here. You go on the website and look up fight schedule. Coming soon. Oh man. That ain't how you promote, man. Hey, a lot of these dudes lucky too, man. Mike Tyson was still fighting. None of these dudes are getting no promotion right now. They lucky Mike Tyson stepped out the way. And no, this fight was not bigger than Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. I already know. I can tell. It was not bigger than Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. Wasn't even close. Definitely not on that level. Prograis and Haney, I would say it's close to that. More so like that, but yeah, Tank should be doing Super Bowl numbers now, though. He got to start doing Super Bowl numbers. He got to get in there with some real competition. I don't want him to look back and see that his resume is not better than most of these guys. Because right now, people don't realize it, but people are comparing a 29-year-old Tank Davis resume to a 25-year-old Devin Haney. By the time Tank Davis retired, Devin Haney's still going to be fighting. So you can't compare those two guys' resumes. You need to compare his resume more so to I don't know, other guys is older around his age or something. Because like I said, I don't know what people are expecting as far as his resume. The expectations and standards are really low in boxing. It's really low. If I was Floyd, I'd be like, man, I let these guys off easy trying to make me fight all these people. I let these people off easy trying to have me fight all these guys all these years, and they're not that good. That's why I told Floyd, I'm like, I don't know why you fought Canelo, and they ain't give you no credit for Canelo. I would have sat up here and made Canelo fight Pacquiao first. But I'm pretty sure he know by now. And then also, I told people about, but the reason why I'm not gonna say anything about Tank Davis and Floyd no more is because I've been said about the fans, like, eventually I knew Floyd and Tank Davis was gonna get in this situation where they was going at each other. But it's funny how when everybody else was putting out sparring videos about Devin Haney and trolling him, when Floyd was doing all this stuff, it's funny how nobody cared. But as soon as it happens to Tank, everybody will act like Tank a 25-year-old guy or something. He's almost 30 years old. Like, if him and Floyd got something they got going on, well, that's just their business. I mean, when Devin Haney was getting trolled by Floyd and these sparring videos was coming out before he trying to get ready for a fight. See, if y'all notice all that stuff they were doing Devin Haney, it was disgusting. Trolling him before a fight. You got Floyd and you got Tank Davis sitting around here going back and forth with Shakur, like, oh, we gonna fight. When he did that, oh, me and Shakur, we gonna fight. When they was going back and forth on Twitter, the week of the Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fight, I said, bro, I'm really starting to not like bro, man. Like, why are you promoting a fight that's not gonna happen during the week of Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia's fight? Like, what's going on out here? You know what I'm saying? What's really going on? Yeah, that's why I ain't like that. I don't rock with that. Trolling young guys while they're trying to win. Like I don't rock with that. And then another thing too, I don't like for some and the fans. I'm gonna tell you what the fans do. They'll sit up here and see Devin Haney get trolled by Floyd and Tank and Ryan Garcia. They have no problem with it. As soon as somebody else try to troll Tank or something, they have a problem with it. As soon as Tank's trolling Devin Haney, he has no problem with it. Now, as soon as Floyd Mayweather do the same thing to Tank that he doing to Devin Haney, now Tank got a problem with it. He called Floyd a bitter bee the other day, talking about he bitter and all that other stuff and hating. You know, Floyd be hating. He been doing the same thing to Devin Haney. You ain't said nothing. Matter of fact, you done poured gasoline on it. You done trolled Devin Haney after he lost. Everything like that. But when Floyd do it to you, it's a problem. And this what happened. I'm gonna tell y'all another thing too. This is what happened in the hood. You got niggas that be crying in the hood, talking about how niggas ain't loyal. And then when they get older and they can change how everything going in the community, this nigga start hating on everybody too. So Tank ain't nothing but a hating ass nigga like what Floyd be doing. Just to keep it real. I don't like all that hating ass stuff, man. Like everybody else don't do that. It's too much hating going on. They go on in the hood all the time. Oh, this nigga got some Jordans on. This nigga think he bad. Them Jordans probably fake. So Devin Haney, Tank just getting the treatment that Floyd was giving Devin Haney. So he deserved everything he get, to be honest with you. Because nigga, you ain't said nothing about it when Devin Haney was getting trolled. And he a way younger guy than you is. If anything, you should have been like, man, chill out, man. Floyd, man. Nah. Yeah, it should be like, it should have been like, yeah, it was just a good fight and everything else. But he going around, yeah, I cracked him in sparring. Da, 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 da. And then when old boy when Rolly Romero got knocked down in sparring, he was like, that was messed up, man, how they did Rolly, man. Trolling Rolly after he got knocked out. That's messed up. Bro, you be trolling people. What you talking about? That's messed up. This dude be trolling people. They learned it from you. Before Tank came around, with no boxers on the internet trolling niggas, man. That's what I'm saying. What is dudes doing in boxing? You bringing around the weight bully stuff. You got boxers openly trolling dudes. They ain't gonna never fight. Some of these niggas lose before they even get a pay-per-view. Most of these guys don't do pay-per-view fights. So Devin Haney, he put himself in position to do pay-per-view fights. If he was so trash, now let me tell y'all something else. People say Devin Haney boring, right? So why everybody ain't paying attention to Shakur Stevenson all these years or his fights right now like they do pay attention to Devin Haney? Because they say Devin Haney boring and Shakur boring. And they ain't got no power, so why is Devin Haney on pay-per-view all the time? Because he's taking the big fights, right? Right now, Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fight is still bigger than shit. It's bigger than Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. What are we talking about? Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney is bigger than Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. So let's just start right there, and that's where the conversation starts and ends. You can't fool the fans. The fans know when you challenge yourself. Can't nobody. And you know what's crazy? When I seen Devin Haney getting off the ground and all the other stuff, before I knew about the PED situation and everything, I said, man, he a warrior for getting up like that, bro, for real. Like, he a real warrior. You could tell he was really not knocked out and fighting through everything. And he walked the man down at the end of the fight. Nah. Y'all can keep these Matias guys and everything else. The fighters I watched, he got knocked out 3 times. His jaw was swollen. He still walked the man down in the 12th round. I don't know who y'all pay y'all money to watch, but they ain't doing that. They ain't doing that. And look at Tank Davis getting knockouts. Canelo ain't doing that. Canelo ain't knocking guys out like Tank Davis. Somebody said, oh, Canelo be doing that. Man, please. Canelo ain't knock out Triple G. Triple G ain't even hit the ground. And my thing is, why are people still watching Devin Haney then? He put himself in big fights. Ain't nobody, he ain't out here saying, hey, man, y'all should watch this fight with me and Liam Paro, Regis Progress. Or the Ryan Garcia fight. I seen everybody not watch Ryan Garcia when he fought Oscar Duarte. People said, I didn't even know Ryan fought tonight. I said, wow. Look how things change. Dudes didn't even know Ryan Garcia fought against Oscar Duarte in was it November, December? They ain't even know. I reported that fight like August. I was like, yeah, it looked like Ryan Garcia gonna fight some guy named Oscar Duarte from Mexico. And after the fight, what everybody said, Ryan Garcia ain't a real Mexican. Oscar Duarte a real Mexican. I said, why would they go out there and say Ryan Garcia not a real Mexican? That's not cool to say. I said, he's not a real Mexican. I said, the dude won. Why y'all saying that? We don't care if he won. He's still not a real Mexican. I said, okay. As soon as he beat Devin Haney, oh, Ryan is La Raza. He's a beast. I'm like, oh, okay. I see what's going on now. So that's why I got my foot on everybody's neck right now. Because they don't want to appreciate greatness. They think everybody out here putting together super fights. And now they starting to realize, man, these are real 50-50 fights. Yep. And guess what? 2 knockdowns. We had 50 fights come on yesterday. We only had 2 knockdowns yesterday. And everybody talking about, yeah, Deontay Wilder, he's supposed to knock these guys out. Why Matias can't knock these guys out? He can't knock out Liam Paro? And they the same size. The guys I watched, the people they fight are bigger than them. They fight guys that weigh more than them and knock them out. You can't knock out a guy at your own weight class? That's what I'm saying. It's not as easy as people think. Yeah, I love boxing, man. I love boxing. The thing about boxing is, man, you gotta put yourself in other people's shoes. And a lot of people don't do that. That's why like minds think alike. See, most people that actually follow my channel, they'll come in here and say the same thing I'm saying. But these other guys, I'm so glad. I could have been on here like, you know what, man? Let me just play with these narratives and cater to these fans. Bro, don't ever cater to these fans. They be wrong, bro. These are the same fans that running around screaming, dancing to Diddy songs. Now they out here want everybody to put Diddy in jail because they feel like it and right now. And what about 10 years ago? What about everybody that was saying something about Diddy and all the other people 10 years ago? Why we got to wait till 2024 till you find out what's going on? This dude been around 25 years, man. Give it up, man. I ain't got 25 years for you to find out that somebody like Diddy or any of these guys is not the real deal. Tired of fans playing catch up. The only thing Turkey Al-Sheikh is doing, he exposing everybody. I ain't heard nobody complaining about PBC last night. Oh, PBC, they ain't like the zone and all that crap. People been talking about Turkey Al-Sheikh exposing all this stuff. None of it matter. Tell your favorite fighter to get in a 50-50 fight and actually get a knockout. Tank Davis is the only person that got a knockout last night. Everybody else chilling, going 12 rounds because they in a real fight. I've been saying this for months. Oh, man, you just mad because this guy got knocked out. I said he's in a tough fight. Like, he was in a 50-50 fight. I've been saying that for months. The guy was in a 50-50 fight. People say, oh, you just mad Devin Haney lost. He was in a 50-50 fight. What do you expect? Somebody's going to win. But if I say that about Matias, though, oh, you just mad Matias lost. Yeah, you see how that is now? What if I said it about y'all? So if you're a Matias fan and you was sitting up here jumping up and down talking about how trash Devin Haney is and everybody else, what if I sit up here and say your favorite boxer, you just mad that he lost? Excuses. Like I said, man, keep it boxing. Everybody don't want to keep it boxing. They want to troll everybody. If I really wanted to troll, bro, I'd be the ultimate troll. But I let these other boxing channels, y'all don't know, that trolls. Most of these boxing channels y'all call unbiased, they're trolls. They trolling. Seeing dudes post 4 or 5 videos of Deontay Wilder getting knocked out. That's their biggest videos on their channel. I'm like, hold on. So you're not a Deontay Wilder channel, but your biggest videos are Deontay Wilder getting knocked out. Shows what kind of fans you got. I don't want my biggest video to be somebody that most of the guys on my page don't like getting knocked out. But yeah, the exposure is here, man. It's all getting exposed. It's all getting exposed. Floyd showing that these fans are biased between Tank and Devin Haney, because Floyd doing the same thing to Devin Haney that he doing to Tank, and ain't nobody said nothing until it happened to Tank, because, oh well, I like Tank, but you know Devin Haney's dad, so I like when Floyd bothers Tank, and I like when Ryan Garcia bothers Devin Haney. I like when Tank and Floyd trolling Devin Haney, but when it happens to Tank, I don't like it. Shut up. All that stuff getting exposed. Floyd exposing these fanboys. He doing the same thing to Tank that he was doing to Devin Haney. Oh, I only care when it happens to Tank. I don't know why Floyd putting out sparring videos. Nah, Floyd exposing that niggas is lying about sparring videos. They ain't cracking nothing in no sparring. Dudes is lying. Dudes is lying. That's getting exposed a lot. Dudes is lying. I'm glad Floyd doing what he doing, because y'all ain't been saying nothing for years. Floyd continue to troll him. Do it. You been doing it to everybody else. People always talking about, man, y'all just hating on Floyd and Tank. What? Bro, I grew up on Mike Tyson. Do y'all know how popular Mike Tyson was back in the day? They done made so many characters of Mike Tyson. I seen a video game on Xbox last night with Mike Tyson boxing or heavyweight boxing 2 on Xbox. I'm like, man, this nigga was getting a bag back in the day. Until Tank Davis have his own video game with his face on it, then I'm gonna be like, okay, he on Mike Tyson level. Nah. He ain't on Mike Tyson level yet. That's a whole nother level. You can't be fighting Frank Martin trying to get a Mike Tyson heavyweight boxing or Tyson punch out on Sega or something like that. That ain't gonna happen. Or Nintendo. You actually got to fight some Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson. If Tank would have fought Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson the last 2 fights, bro, he'll be that guy right now. Nobody would say anything about him. But it's too much to be desired, man. Just like with all these other fighters, like Matias. Calling Devin Haney a chicken, but you losing to Paro. I'm not gonna believe. Then he said, "I'm humiliated." He feel like he humiliated. Like, bro, come on, you doing this to yourself. You've been talking trash. You call a guy a chicken who just lost. How's he a chicken? And you still have now he gonna have guys trying to hunt him down and fight him without a belt. So Matias got no belt, and he gonna have people hunting him down. Yeah, but it's catching up though. I'm glad in boxing, man, the past gonna reveal everything. It's gonna reveal everything. When I seen how quiet everybody, it was more people talking when Deontay Wilder lost than when Tyson Fury lost, and that was all I needed to know. I said, yeah, everybody gonna get exposed this year, and this just step one. Every day, as every day goes by in 2024, that word ducking in boxing, it just disappears. It goes away a little bit more and more and more. It's disappearing. It's like an old tattoo. That ducking in boxing is going away so fast. It's not real. It's an illusion. That's one of the biggest myths ever. It's gonna be hard for people to push narratives after this year. It really is. After Turkey out of Sheik get involved, it's gonna be hard for guys to say, "Well, I can't get a fight because I ain't got enough money," or this and this and this and this situation. Nah, if y'all notice, it's only like 3 or 4 guys complaining like that right now. Everybody else good. They gave you what you asked for. It's time to go. It's time to box now. Canelo and all these other guys been holding up divisions for so long. Some of these guys, I'm talking about some of these divisions been held on for so long. That's why it's so much talent at 68, 54, even 35 and 40, because Lomachenko and all the other guys, they didn't fight too many people at 35. Like how Tank, I guess Tank is fighting Cruz, Ryan. You throw Frank Martin in there. So he's fighting a few guys at 35 right now. But, you know, everybody's not doing that. So it's getting to that point right now, though. But I was saying about 18 months, I can see a guy like, I don't think Tank Davis will ever fight Andy Cruz, though. He's a good boxer. Against boxers, he's going to have trouble. It really is. That guy's an Olympian, too. And they talking about Andy Cruz. Everybody run around talking about how Andy Cruz beat up on Keyshawn Davis, but they don't mention Andy Cruz when it's to guys like Tank Davis. So I'm kind of confused on how good people think Andy Cruz really is. Because they were more high on Andy Cruz than I was. Oh, well, he lost to Keyshawn Davis. He lost to Keyshawn. I'm like, okay. So do y'all think he's good enough to beat Tank? That's all I'm thinking about. I just want to know if Andy Cruz is good enough to beat Tank. If he is, then, yeah, put him in the ring. But most fans, they've been saying for the past 2 years, oh, he'll beat Keyshawn Davis because he beat him in the amateurs. I'm like, well, I want to see Andy Cruz against some other guys. But, you know, he's still developing in the pros right now. He hasn't been in the pros that long. But I'm pretty sure in about 18 months, probably a year and a half from now, probably the end of next year, he'll be a lot more active and ready as far as for elite competition. He's going to be, what, 29, almost 30, so he's going to press the gas. He's probably like a year younger than Tank Davis, so, yeah, he's going to be around for sure. There's going to be a lot of talent these next couple of years. Everybody can lose. Just like how Gary Russell had a hard time against Puyo last night. And I think Puyo fought on Pro Box recently. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I thought he fought on Pro Box. Let me look this up real quick. Did he fight on Pro Box recently? No, he didn't. Where I see him fight at? I've seen him fight somewhere. I don't know where it was at. Putting them hands on him, man. These guys don't understand, man. Anybody can beat you in boxing. That's why the sport's so good, you know. If we actually get back to real 50-50 fights, boxing can be just as good as UFC. Fans don't really care about losses, but when they try to make it about the wins and losses, that's when it gets to a bad place. When it becomes the wins and losses about who loses and who don't, and if this good guy's good enough and he don't deserve this because he lost to that guy, that's when boxing starting to get a little bit too much. And that's why I say when Turkey Al-Sheikh has to save boxing, I don't know if boxing's in a perfect place when Turkey Al-Sheikh got to save it, but we're going to find out. But yeah, that's all I got for right now, man. I've been on here for a while. I'm going to holler at y'all later on, man. Appreciate everybody that came through, who hung with me the whole time in the live stream. I appreciate the support. I don't care if it's one person in here, man. I appreciate everybody who come through. Real talk. Because I know I see you right now. I'm glad y'all be around because I want y'all to see right now. We changing the game right now. I don't gotta have 1 million people in here to realize that we going through the biggest stories in boxing right now. We reported some of the biggest stories in boxing, period. We was early on the Floyd versus Tank thing, the Frank Martin situation. I already told y'all about Lomachenko. They talking about Lomachenko, and Lomachenko ended up fighting Zepeda before he fight. He'll end up fighting Zepeda in Saudi Arabia before he fight Tank. So I'm dropping a hint on that ASAP. So that's why y'all don't see me pushing that narrative. But overall, it's a lot of stories we basically dropping. If you really just go back and look and old videos I put out, I don't want to put out like 2 or 3 of the same videos, but like Daniel Dubois versus Joshua, I knew that was gonna happen. So it's a lot of things coming together, but it's gonna be a good year, man. 50-50 fights, man. Remember what I said, man. A lot of these fighters, they in some tough fights. These some of the toughest fights they had in their career right now. Like the fights they had last night. You can say most of the guys who fought last night, exactly, facts. You can say most of the guys who fought last night have the toughest fights of their careers. Besides what, Tank? Most of them guys had the toughest fights in their careers. That's why I say don't put too much pressure on these young guys like Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, because the next generation of young guys, they ain't gonna want to fight nobody. Look at Dave Benavidez. He a young guy fighting the older guys, and he's not getting credit. People are like, oh, he's trash. So y'all keep trying to destroy these young guys. We're not gonna have nobody to really fight. They're trying to put on the big fights right now. I don't think they get enough credit for actually trying to do it. But we seen with guys like Matias, yeah, he can say what he want to try to do and everything else, but he's not at that level right now. Not even on the Devin Haney level. It's not. Devin Haney's 25. He's not in his prime yet. He has 7 years to get to where Matias is at. But I appreciate everybody for coming through, man. I'll be back on tomorrow, probably around the same time. That's all I got, man. Like and subscribe.